пиздец, или приднестровский фашистский режим, бароновирус, крутить, так-то легко, народец надо в минус, труднее дать тепло, разграбили все, даже, купить на рынке газ, нет денег, внешний враже, тварью дает наказ, и исполняют твари, хотя фашизм везде, мир глупый в лживой маре, точнее, он в пизде. Так называемая Украина – общеупотребимое выражение в рашистских смрадах, так называемой пизды, я получил в чужой стране, прельстившись обещанием мзды, на СВО, не на войне, так называемый снаряд, мне ноги превратил в культи, но снова верить смрадам рад, без них в отрашке не дойти.
So-called. So-called Ukraine, they claim, a term in Kremlin's vile refrain. But what I found was grief and shame, in a foreign land, through war's disdain. A so-called shell, tore through my flesh, left me with stumps where legs had been. Yet still I trust their lies afresh, without them, hell I'd never win.
Стада, верю, очень мало знаю, факт для стада ерунда, подчинение вою, лаю, псов, которые стада, уплотняют и в загоны, загоняют на шашлык, суть той веры, тьмы законы, исполнять баран привык, в тех законах сутью, стрижка, для здоровья важна, сено тухлое, отрыжка, от дождей земля влажная, пастырь в умный зла не хочет. Для послушливых овец, на врагов ножи он точит. Что ж, соседи, вам конец, и соседние загоны, задрожали, вновь война, будут тварям мясо тонны, с кровью чаши пей до дна.
The herds, I believe, though little knowing, facts mean naught to herds below. To the barking, snarling, crowing, dogs, they yield and blindly go. Herds are tightened, penned in places, marked for slaughter, bound to fail. Faith persists, as time erases, sheep comply with darkened tails. Laws decree, the shears are needed, for the health of every lamb. Rotting hay by rain is seeded, mud-soaked pastures, who gives damn? Shepherds, wise, intend no sorrow, for their docile, woolly throng. Blades are honed, and come the morrow. Neighbors fall, the weak the wrong, and the nearby flocks are trembling, war returns to claim its due. Drink your fill, O beasts assembling, blood will flow to sate the few.
Отродье рогатого, учителя, профессора, родители, все члены этого общества, все более или менее развращены им. Как же могут они дать ученикам то, чего нет в них самих? Михаил Бакунин. Напрасны попытки, уродцы в добро, в учение пытки, дать детям, под зло. Придурки прогнулись, отрыжками зла, они формируют, отродье козла. Только умственно отсталый может думать, все окей, раз таких весьма немало, воспитание льет елей, юный может обмануться, и потратить время зря, на надежды, что почнутся, побыстрей, себя коря, за уменьшенные шансы, двигаться своим путем, в мрачном мире декаданса углубляться с каждым днем, надо в внутренних пространствах, больше, чутче и смелей, пусть нет лживого убранства, там, и боль твоя острей, только так среди разумных, ты останешься, весь мир, в зле скопленье полоумных, редкий в нем умом не сир, свет отыщешь там, быть может, можешь запросто пропасть, лишь творенья подытожат, смог подняться или упасть. Приднестровье, жопа мира, хладно, сиро, и режим преступный зол, допотопный произвол. Дурни, пасконные и современные, мело-мело по всей земле, во все пределы. Свеча горела на столе, свеча горела. Нет, никакая не свеча, горела люстра. Очки на морде палача, сверкали шустро. Александр Галич, памяти Пастернака, 1966 год. Уже не надо палача, лишь ложь утроить, и дурни будут сгоряча. Вновь лагерь строить, построит лагерь цифровой, так современно, народ с пробитой головой, пришел на смену, пасконным дурням, им палач, обычный нужен, равно жандарм, попец, стукач, всегда натружен, говнит, война, сплошной дурдом, и то ли будет, народец делает скотом, здесь ад прибудет, спасет всемирный катаклизм, начнем сначала. Ну а пока тупой фашизм, впил в дурней жало. Строительство бедлама, чувство безопасности, херить надо нам, чтоб уменьшить ясности, строя тем бедлам. Душки глобалистского тухлого мирка или толерастия и гумуснизм. Гуманистических тенденций, навалом, только это ложь, немногим дальше от сентенций. Покорность через чушу множь, всем показали в дни говнида, что стоит этот гумуснизм. Через толерастию ты в гниду, вмиг превратишься, под фашизм, подстилкой ляжешь, непокорных, не тронет этот гумуснизм, они опасностью бесспорной, предстанут людям, в кретинизм. Упавших словно на подушку, спасают кои с этажей, упавших при пожаре, душки, среди глобальных пиздежей. Зарисовка, мрачно, гадко и убого, сатана здесь вместо Бога, не народ, тупое быдло, редким умным все обрыдло, за придурков очень стыдно, и просвета в тьме не видно.
Darkness. Shame and vile, the air feels grim, Satan rules where God in dream. Not a people, but a herd, smart minds stifled, dreams deferred. Press of fools cuts deep inside. No light pierces dark's divide.
Бараны и новая броня. Броня крепка, и танки наши быстры, ведет нас в бой свихнувшийся комбат, и спирту подвезли опять в канистрах, не весть за что погибнуть каждый рад, что ни за что, ведь цель любой придурков, не знаем мы, но это не впервой, любое поколение, за турков, тварье ведет, как агнцев, на убой. Тотальное зло, перемены, лжи на смену, в мир приходит страх и чушь, как работа в нем измены, убиенье хлипких душ, и у мишек оскопление, самым главным в злом мирке, с каждым новым поколением, ум все больше налегке, а бездушие обычно, нормой стало, то говнит, показал разумным, зычно, зомбоящик гонит стыд, что бездушные лишь могут принимать тотально зло, и не спрятаться в берлоге, если слеп и глух, свезло. Дерьмо мир и его отрицательный отбор, осознание рабства, первый шаг из дерьма, оглупляет тиранство, нет почти здесь ума, а толпой идиотов, так легко управлять, сплошь отбором уродов, тех, кто будут всем лгать, и устраивать бойни, занят твари обком, очень мало достойных, в любых сферах, притом, уменьшается это, в зле прослойка людей, под напором лжи, бреда, халуйков тьмы чертей, тот напор поколения, превращает в скотов. Все сильней, разложение, семимильных шагов. Осознав, не участвуй в схемах тварей, борясь, лжи и бреду препятствуй, сохранив с духом связь. Бездуховные твари и бездушный народ, в большинстве, в лживой маре, уничтожит сей сброд. Катаклизм, что наступит, нет, уже подступил. Не нужны свету трупы, что пока без могил. Мертвякам всем в могилы, а духовным — в полет. Накопи к нему силы, коль пока не урод. Интроспекцией душу ты свою обнови, лишь ее потом слушай, сил прибавив. Порви все ненужные связи, для полета балласт. Днесь предел безобразий, катаклизм им как наст. Пропагандоны и недонарод, ложь впендюрим мы отважно, так как с юности продажны, а нормальный не пойдет, оглуплять народ, иль сброд. Зомбированные, идут навстречу твари мнения, что маскируются добром, так поколения в разложение, вгоняют ложью, что под злом, лишь единицы смотрят ясно, на сей убогий глупый мир, но их шельмуют ежечасно, ведь сатана мир как умир, но скрыли то слои елея, и всякой чуши, сатанизм, сегодня яростней, наглее, и потому кругом фашизм, отринув ложь, составь сам мнение, пускай с ним будет сильный стресс, так остановишь убиение своей души. 6 граммов вес, она имеет в лженауке, а для разумного есть все. Оставь хождение чрез муки, покинь толпу, ища свое. Истинная любовь, мужик и баба залипают, так в отношения, что жуть. Пространство жизни уменьшают, тем до предела, херя суть, а суть проста, не половая, любовь, не путай с нею страсть, так поколениями лажают, тем укрепляя твари власть. Любви хотя бы были крохи, не был б кромешный сатанизм правлением мира, очень плохи, дела сейчас, сплошной фашизм. Непрерывный поток обессмысливания. Прежний смысл опять растаял, снова превратившись в чушь. Заблуждение вновь хаим, на развалах наших душ. В чем причина? Легковерность. То используют всегда, в единицах ум как дерзость. Остальные же стада, что пастух солидный скажет, то и правда. Против коль, в назиданье всем накажет. Единица стерпит боль. К общей чуши не склонившись, хоть ту смыслом и зовут, самому всем убедившись, разум превращают в труд. Труд напрасный, не для стада, для таких же единиц, а оплатой в нем радость, новичка средь их страниц. Бег и штанга, не страшны дурные вести, мы в ответ бежим на месте. Много лучше грамм по 200, взять на грудь мы в гиблом месте. Вымарывание духа из ложных посылок лженауки. Всякий человек, желающий подняться до познания чего-либо, необходимо должен верить в то, без чего он не может подняться. Николай Крепс, 15 век, исходные посылки. Нередко ложь или чушь, тогда в умах опилки, спасение наших душ, познание задача, тогда первичен дух, в материализм иначе, впадешь средь ада слуг, средь слуг тех лженауки, продажные сыны, в свои посылки суки, поверили, лишь сны, итоги навевают, всеобщий миросон, в нем души убивают, коль сатанизм закон, сокрытый в гиблых дебрях. Теорий под заказ, мразь гонит непотребие, тем оглупляя нас, сплошь дух основа жизни, но выморали то, с теорий эти слизни, мир превратив в ничто, когда умишкам, одним руководим. Токсичны знания, книжки, а мерзких смрадов дым. Все больше отравляет. Мирок, погрязший в лжи. Так твари разлагают. Умы чрез пиздежи. Отринув ложь душою. Одной руководим. Ты станешь вновь собою, развеешь едкий дым. Вокруг себя и сможешь посыл такой найти, с чем силы приумножишь. Духовного пути, не лженаук, дружище, всегда держись вперед, и покидая днище, в свет устремляй полет. Смрад, средства массовой рекламы, агитации, дезинформации. Непрерывный фашизм. Вы даже не свора, вы – сволота. Фашизофрения бацилла. За вашим да здравствует пустота. За пустотой – могила. Мигель де Унамуна. Фашизм. 1953 год. Вернулся фашизм. Диктатура дерьмо. И не исчезала, меняя обличья. Тупой геноцид и неправды ермо. Права у народов по-прежнему птичьи. Сейчас обострение, война и говнит, то нам показали, развеяв сомнения. Обманом как пулей ты будешь убит, коль дальше пойдет здесь ума разложение. Говнит индикатор, как мало ума, война показала бездушье проказу. Фашизм нам навалит такого дерьма, что детскою сказкою все лжезаразы, что были до ныне, покажутся нам. Одно утешение – вновь подступает большой катаклизм. Он разрушит бедлам, что души, умы чрез фашизм убивает. Игры богов и лошары, слезы Бога, он убогий, проливаются дождем. Подожди еще немного, будет ливень, все умрем. Называют то потопом, только это ерунда. Мир весь превратился в жопу. От напрасного труда, войн, а также лжеболезней. Мировой сплошной маразм, чуткий воном бесполезней. С каждым днем, один сарказм, остается, развлечемся. Этим на исходе дней, ад исчезнет, мы вернемся. В новый ад под гнет чертей. Сада в ад и есть самсара. Инфернальные миры, не поймет того лошара. Все уродцу вид игры. Лженаука. Корифей науки знает, что теории лажают, но продажна эта тварь. Впрочем, было так и в старе. Стал как поп теперь ученый. Подает удар крученый. Прямо в ум, похерив дух. По указке ада слуг. Сатанизм ведь главный спонсор. Лженауки, все так просто. Обосрался клир, иные. Сказки гонит, а тупые. Верит им, и без сомнений. Рок убогих поколений, легковерность, подчинение, следом духа разложения, дух основа всякой жизни, наблюдается и в слизне, хуже слизни идиоты, коль бездушны, зла блевоты. Показал тупой говнит, что бездушных тьмище, стыд, главный фактор псевдожизни, солью лжи послушных слизней, посыпают повсеместно, мало места в мире честным. Их не слушают придурки, охраняя норки, шкурки. Главным шкурный интерес. Если так, тогда под пресс, обманув в который раз, лжеболезни словно газ. Войны просто запускают. Идиоты вновь лажают, ложь тлетворную сожрав. И все ниже в аде пав. Вся земля, позорный ад. Правит закулисья гад. Лжеученый халуек, доказуху гонит в срок. Впрочем, больше утверждалку, тратить деньги стало жалко, на излишние движения, все сожрут, верх разложения. Своя рубашка еще ближе к телу. Рубашка стала ближе к телу. В том преуспело зло, умело. Раздоры, страхи насаждая, свободу, правду добивая. Тупое стадо лжеболезней. Боится, стал шмурдяк полезней, чем физкультура и закалка. А впрочем, баранье не жалко. Позор для духа и сознания. Тотальной ложью истязанье. Продолжится, и на закланье. Отправит тем стада. Век срани. Фашисткой в мире наступает. Тьма идиотов подчиняет. То всем намордник показал. В говне до годы. Мир пропал. Перспективы производства монстров. Бессмертие. Вам, двуногие кроты, не стоящие дня земного срока. Пожалуй, ящерицы, жабы и глисты, того же захотят, обидевшись глубоко. Не клянчите. Господь и мудр, и строг, земные дни бездарны и убоги, не пустит вас Господь и на порог, сгниете все, как падаль, у дороги. Саша Черный, Бессмертие, 1908 год. Желаний суетных затмили вздор, убогих швабов жалкие потуги, бездушие толпы как приговор, средь мерзких смрадов холодящей вьюги, выводит монстров, их мечта гибрид, бездушная машина, но с сознанием, но разум на земле почти добит, в том признак есть, говнидом истязанье. Зачем гибрид? Уже сейчас дебил, стал нормою. Послушная машина, сегодня он на плод фашизма сил, ведь исполняет все веления кретинов. Кретины правит, то большой вопрос, вернее риторический. Отбросы, лишь исполняют циркуляры, слов понос, в толпу, а клоуны все дружно на подсосе. ЦУ получит, и опять в толпу, ушаты гноя и дерьма навалит. Не достают кого, лишь кто в гробу, избегнет чуши, или в леса кто свалит. Раз нет души, то ожидает крах. Любые начинания в этой сфере, пред этим низведут всю землю в прах. Ведь твари слабы в осторожности и в мере. Все монстры падаль, твари в том числе. Землею правит нелюдь, то издревле. Сгниют не у дороги, а во мгле, хоть силы света, очевидно, ныне дремлют. Духовное зрение. Вы вложили сердце, чувства в других, и когда они умирают или уезжают, чувствуете особое одиночество, пустоту. А в этой пустоте появляется жалость к самому себе, и снова вы грезите о ком-нибудь, кто заполнит пустоту. Вот что происходит во все дни нашей жизни. Узнайте, что означает одиночество, и не бегите от него. Смотрите на него, живите с ним, выясните его значение, чтобы ни психологически, ни внутренне ни от кого не зависеть. И только тогда вы узнаете, что такое любовь. Джигду Кришнамурти. Химера счастья, отношений. Среди ущербных поколений. Живуча. Настоящий монстр. Ответ через йогу очень прост. Уйди в себя, ища ответы на те вопросы, что средь бреда. Толпы так редко возникают, сомнениями твой ум терзая. Под кем сей мир? Зачем ты здесь? Что за умом? И в нем ты весь. Любовь, энергия или похоть. Коль в отношениях все плохо, то в чем там главная проблема? Найдешь для размышлений темы. За ними следует прозрение, что вне ума, духовным зрением. Ты научись вновь обходиться. Убогий мир, в нем только мнится. Разумность и любовь. Немногим. Они доступны. Полубоги. Стать полубогом, вот задача. И не поможет в том удача. Там топливом души усилия. Лишь через них свое бессилие ты прекратишь, а дух всесилен, и без него твой ум стерилен. Любовь к кастратам недоступна, отдельно, также совокупно. Движение в ничто, от фашизма до фашизма, через фашизм, помягче что, под покровом сатанизма. движется мирок в ничто. Геноцид и деградация, что искусственно вполне, духа, разума стагнация, в чуши смрадов и в говне, подчинение и страхов, сплошь в забвении основ, двигает мирок от плахи, лже-болезней да в козлов, превращения, придурки, не устраивает тьму, им нужны стада, а шкурки приравняются к уму, коль пушистый и блестящий. Впрочем, двигаться куда, от уже здесь настоящий, твари ада господа, а политик, просто клоун, выполняет их ЦУ, снова ложью околдован, пипл не может ничему научиться, так что это все заслужено, когда подчинение чьерни бриду, здесь века, а не года.
The March to Nothingness. From fascism to fascism, through a softer, sly disguise, under Satan's dark baptism, tiny worlds meet their demise. Genocide and degradation, artificial to the core. Spirit's death and mind stagnation, drowning deep in filth and gore. Fear and blind submission lead us, all foundations cast aside. From fake plagues to beasts they breed us, till the herds are stupefied. Fools don't set the night in motion, they need sheep, not hell unleashed. Empty heads find full devotion, if their coats are soft and sleek. But what path is left for moving? Hell is here, it's not ahead. Hellspawn rule us, all-consuming, feasting on the souls they bled. Politics is just a circus, where the clowns obey commands. Truth is drowned in lies on purpose. Crowds don't bite the guiding hands. So, they earn their fate in measure, for the madness owns their breath. Not for years, but times unmeasured. They have worshipped lies to death.
Песнь свободы. Песнь свободы воспоем, иль в аду во лжи сгнием. Лейся, песня, чрестворенье. Остановим разложение. Разложение всюду в аде. Пирамида гад на гаде. Сгниила сверху, в основании. Над душою истязанья. Не проходит ведь бесследно. Мало шансов на победу, но в борьбе спасешь ты душу. Лишь ее в дерьмище слушай. Ум под духом и творенье. Льется как стихотворенье. Безнатужно и свободно, освещая от уродов. Не уродов очень мало. Скуден ум, душа пропала. В пациентах психбольницы, что всемирно, то не мнится. Вспомнить коль шмурдяк, намордник, в дни говнида, в прошлом вроде. Бегемотный триппер будет, если зло чернь не осудит. Вероятность нулевая, в этом, души убивая, движется вся тьма к концу. Катаклизма пиздецу, все сожжет, засеет снова. Мир придурками, по новой, будут ложью разлагать, сферы ада укреплять. Эти сферы единицы, не покинут, коль сплотиться, в аде никогда не могут. Духом хилы и убоги, оглупляемым умишкам, резко, может даже слишком. Песнь свободы яра, смело, брось слова, возьмись за дело. Строй общины и обманы, рушь повсюду, не бараны, пусть их мало, вдруг очнутся, и пред тьмою не согнутся. Дело смело, и методы, новые ищи, уроды, все опошлили, новее, значит резче и смелее. Воспоем же песнь свободы, пусть один ты между сброда, сила духа путь расчистит, грея душу, ум очистит, и найдешь свой хор для песни. Не смиряйся, хоть ты тресни, пред собой предельно честным. Будь ты в самом гиблом месте, множа чуткости и усилия, позабудешь про бессилье, свет обрящешь и свободу, тем приблизишь, ну же, ходу.
Song of Freedom. Let us sing the song of freedom, or decay in hell's foul kingdom. Rise, O song, through all creation, stop the rot of degradation. Rot is spreading. Hell is thriving. On the top, corrupt conniving. At the base, souls crushed and broken, tortured, shackled, left unspoken. Pain like this leaves scars forever. Odds are slim, but still, endeavor through the struggle. Save your spirit, dare to hear it, filth or near it. Mind beneath the soul must follow, then creation flows unhollowed, like a poem, strong and endless, lighting up hell's halls of madness. Few escape, so few are sane, dulled in mind and soul profaned, prisoners of a worldwide madhouse, not a dream, no waking past now. Think of lockdowns, masks, restrictions, all their brutal false convictions. Think it's over, worse is coming, if the herd won't judge the cunning. Yet the odds are close to zero. Darkness crushes, one last hero. Souls are dying. Doomsday marches, hell expands as fire arches. Flames will cleanse, and fools will gather, built again to rot and wither, sinking deeper in deception, strengthening their own damnation. Freedom's few stand separated, scattered, lost, indoctrinated. Never once uniting truly, weak in spirit, thinking poorly. Harsh, too much? Then shut your ears. Song of freedom knows no fears. Drop the words, begin the action, burn the lies and build new factions. Find your tribe, awake the sleeping. Though they're few, let them be breathing, let them stand and not be broken. Let them rise with deeds outspoken. Act with courage, seek new measures. Rotten hands corrupt all treasures. New must cut through old illusions, sharp and bold with no confusions. Sing the song of freedom. Fearless. Lone you stand, yet light is peerless. Let the spirit clear the passage, warm your soul and cleanse the damage. And you'll find your choir resounding. Never bow, no fates confounding. Be the truth, no self-deception, even trapped in hell's direction. Grow in kindness, grow in power, break the chains this very hour. Light and freedom, perform this hit, move. The time is now, go do it.
Самоубийство душ в кругах здешнего ада, сумерки души, осветить спеши, или она погибнет, в аде, что настигнет, всюду, он кромешный, люди воном пешки, нелюди, фигуры, сатана же хмурый, судья игры, это до поры, катаклизм разрушит, ад, спасая души, если не стараться, можно не дождаться, скопом избавления. Всюду разложение, что душе опасно, думай ежечасно, о проблемах духа, ложь прогнав от слуха, ложь тотально в аде, в лженауке, в смраде, дико оглупление, что через поколения, сделало дебильным, большинство, стабильным, ад лишь с дураками, будет, зомбаками, делает придурков, сплошь защита шкурки, в аде выживание. То души закланье, сложные вопросы, среди лжи поноса, редко задают, тем по духу бьют, а избытие духа, в аде как наука, бесы знатоки, очень глубоки, те круги, в которых, думая, по норам, все мы обитаем, души убивая, не убийство, Саама, в этом суть всей драмы, твари лишь подначивают, это их задача тут, разбирай на части, позабыв о счастье, адову конструкцию, для ума деструкцию, уяснив детали, убежишь от швали, глупого народца за дух побороться, только так, иное, захлебнуться в гное, лжи, предательств, в страхе, с детства ты на плахе, плаха мира тупо, превращает в трупы, что формально живы, почти всех, прорывы, осознание редки. Ложь бьет в душе метко, что же, не зевай, дух и ум спасай.
Suicides of souls in the circles of this hell. Twilight veils the soul, shine a light, control, or it will be swallowed, doomed, condemned, and hollowed. Hell is all around. Men, mere pawns unbound. Monsters move with reason. Satan, grim and seasoned, judges every game. All will burn the same. But the final thunder tears this hell asunder. Wait not for salvation. Passive resignation leads to slow decay. Rotting souls betray. Hell is built on lies, news, false facts arise. Generations blunder, brains reduced to plunder. Fools make hell seem steady, blind and dull, but ready. Zombies fill the masses, selfhood quickly passes. Struggle means your slaughter, trapped, enslaved, and quartered. Here, survival's price is a soul's demise. Questions, sharp and bright, die in floods of blight. Silence grows in fashion, lies suppress compassion. Hell corrupts the spirit, demons guard its limits, digging deeper holes, graves for sleeping souls. Not a murder, self. That's the twist itself. Fiends will only taunt you. It's their task to haunt you. Break this scheme apart. Tear it from the start. Hell's design is madness, mind reduced to sadness. Learn, and you may flee, rise and break the spree of the brainless herds, fighting with your words. Only so, no other, else you'll choke and smother, drowned in filth and fear. Burning since your year, since your birth, ensnared, turn to corpses, scared. Living dead walk endless, few break through the senseless. Rare the minds that wake, lies strike souls opaque. So don't waste your breath, save your mind from death.
Открывающиеся двери ада или повязать всех рабов грехом. Нет человека праведного на земле, который делал бы добро и не грешил бы. Ветхий Завет. Если говорим, что не имеем греха, обманываем самих себя, и истины нет в нас. Новый Завет. Всех дерьмом греха мы мажем, и не очень взрослых даже, чтоб смиренны и глупы. Были чушь и зла рабы, чтоб они в фашистском строе думали, что счастье строит. Здесь, зато на небесах, приласкает их Аллах. Сплошь оскалы Люцифера, лженаука, также вера. Пропаганда довершает, оглупление, и лажает. Раб безумный постоянно, в этом мире очень странном. Мир назвать преддверием ада можно, производит гадов. Начинает с воспитания, а потом образование. Разминает материал, для внушений. Ты пропал, если веришь, поддаешься. Зла уловкам, не очнешься, если точку невозврата перейдешь, границу гада. Гад грехи воспринимает, как укоры, продолжая гнуться перед злом все ниже. Ад становится все ближе, дверь откроется, и скоро, не спастись тогда по норам. Ада кроличья нора, глубока, туда пора. Придуманная история и современная чушь. Былая слава ерундою. В умах рабов опять сидит, и не дает юнцам покою. Реальность, чушь, маразм и стыд. А если так, какая слава? Причина, следствие пиздец. Из закулисья, вечно право, диктует нелюдь путь овец. Убой и стрижка вечной славой. И так в былые времена, история, сплошной отравой. Чушь опускает ниже дна, движение от дна до днища. Вот вся история людей, обманов тухлое вонище, как средство делания зверей. И показал говнит все днище, а оттенила мрак война. Не верь и думай сам, дружище, сквозь чушь взирая. Сатана стоит за мерзостью обманов. Не видны, коль громадны те, лишнюю ворота для баранов. Перед глазами в пустоте.
A fabricated tale and modern nonsense. The ancient glory haunts again the minds of slaves, depraved, insane. It keeps the youth in restless chains, yet truth is shame, decay, and pain. What glory! Then, the cause is dire, a rotten loop, a doomed affair. From shadows, ruling with its fire, the soulless beast directs the herd. Their fate, the slaughter, endless shearing. As once before, no change at all. History, venom, dark, deceiving, a lie that pulls you down to crawl. From depths to abyss, one direction, the course of mankind through the years. And foul deceit, in its infection, transforms men's souls to beasts of fears. Behold, the abyss, reeking, endless, and war, a shadow in its wake. Think for yourself, defy the senseless, see through the nonsense. Hell's at stake. Behind the fraud, the devil's grinning, too vast to notice, clear as day. For sheep, new gates, yet none are winning, just empty space and void decay.
Из праха в прах, или путь в новый ад. Мишура кругом, мура, ложь тотальная и страх. Что ж, покинуть мир пора, к праху прах, из праха в прах, к праху прах, то здешний ад, а второе, в новый путь. В новом будут супергад, супер ложь и супер жуть. Выведение гадов в цель, адских сфер. Каков итог? Даже черту надоел, здешний ад, коль столь убог. Потому путь в новый ад, непреложнейший закон, но внимать лжи дурень рад, чтя за родину загон.
From dust to dust, or the road to a new hell. Tinsel glitters, empty glare, fear and falsehood choke the air. Time to leave, no turning back, dust to dust, from dust to black. Dust to dust, this hell decays, yet a new hell waits ahead. There, the superfiends will reign, super lies and super dread. Hellish spheres breed vipers vile, spawning monsters, goal in sight. Even Satan, bored with style, leaves this hell, it lacks in blight. Thus, the path to hell anew, is the law none shall repeal. Fools still trust the lies as true, worship chains and call them real.
Всемирный дурдом по типу Северной Кореи, как Северной Кореи, ты ужаснись мирком, привычным, поскорее, иль мысль добьет дурдом, не ведают корейцы, всю глубину дерьма, тотальной лжи умельцы, весь мир свели с ума, мир Северной Кореи, разумным предстает, их мало, все сильнее, не здешних тварей гнет, а все образование, всемирное чучхе. Прикроет истязанье, ложь сея в дураке.
A global madhouse, like North Korea. Like North Korea's order, be shocked at what you see. Or soon the madhouse border will claim your sanity. Koreans never tasted the filth in full display. While masters of deception drove all the world astray. Now North Korea's madness seems rational and bright, for fewer are resisting the creatures void of light. And all of education, a global juche scheme, it masks the degradation, sows lies within a dream.
Свет и бред, веди меня, всеобщий бред, часть бреда, это путь во свет, под властью тьмы есть свет или нет. Лишь отблеск, путь, в дерьмо след вслед.
Light and delirium. Lead me on, delirium vast. The path to light is dreams recast. Does light exist where shadows spread? A flicker, path, through filth we tread.
Убийство разума выживанием. Причинно-следственная связь. Жизнь тяжела и стал как мразь. Или рождаешься подонком. В всем мире развлечения тонки. И так, и эдак происходит. Тут дело даже не в уроде. Идут за следствием причины, не часто. То не для кретинов. Есть время, также вневременность. А впрочем, утопила вздорность. движения тонкие ума, средь инфернального дерьма, суть ада, всюду выживание, мозги и души на закланье, цена спасения в аде шкуры, плюс смерть науки и культуры. Сей мир — это движение из дебильего ада в бараний рай. Важно не то, что сделали из меня, а то, что я сам сделал из того, что сделали из меня. Жан-Поль Сартр. Оглупили, обрубили все движения души к свету. Всюду ад дебилей, в нем очнуться поспеши. Залечив, как сможешь, раны, сам ищи и познавай, ведь всегда ведут баранов на закланье, крикнув в рай. Типа классика и прочее, общепринятые книги, всегда зловонные книги, запах маленьких людей пристает к ним. Фридрих Ницше, общепринятые книги, пошлый раб, в уме вериги, зрит через них картину мира, от столовой до сортира, мифы черпает оттуда, и глядишь, он не паскуда, мир нормален, как и он, справедлив хоть строг, закон, дружба, также сюси-муси, но какая дружба в гнусе, и какая здесь нормальность, страхи, ложь и инфернальность. Закон всегда стоит на страже, им запечатана тюрьма, фитюльки эти пишет враже, средь демократии дерьма, условных прав, в нем красной нитью, система рабства введена, вне нити нормы стали гнилью, с ума всеобщая, тюрьма, коль 3/4 глупый нищий, мир стал тюрьмой, а наверху, сидельцы знатные, пусть сотни тысяч, то лишь приманка дураку. Пойдет наверх, систему рабства, он этим будет укреплять, не надо старого тиранства, закон вновь будет создавать, калейдоскоп, который будет, от сути мира отвлекать, в тени лихой тиран прибудет, через систему разлагать, он будет дальше мир убогий, злом деградация, закон, и лишь в репрессиях он строгий, гоня гарантии все вон, через бюрократию и акты, что подзаконными зовут, вот настоящие теракты, но то прикрыто, знатно лгут, и конституцию ты можешь спустить с дерьмом всем в унитаз, коль беспристрастно подытожишь, всю мерзость, добивают нас, унылый вывод, то говнеедом, показано, как и войной, друг, подчиняться тварям стыдно, не жопой коль, а головой, подумать, пишутся законы. Для жоп, для разума душа, единый светоч, через препоны, на свет достойные спешат. Новое народничество, фантазия, исследователь днища, опять в народ пошел, нашел одно вонище, вновь терпит произвол, название меняют, но оставляют суть, свободой называют, безумие и жуть. Сегодня, снова верит, и ищут счастье там, где дух и разум херит, в подобие скотам, народец превращая. Пример, говнит, война, вновь что-то обещают, чтя легковерность дна, история народца, пробитие дна, опять, за новое бороться, лбом, это пробивать. Единое управление всемирной элиткой. Никогда не выживет тот народ, который воспринимает трактовку своей истории глазами соседа. Фридрих Ницше. Не сосед дает трактовку, он им правит та же мразь. Производит мразь вербовку всей элитки, так что казнь, что оттянуто по срокам, ждет весь мир. То показал, говно вирус, лжи потоки, центр единый. Смрадов шквал, управляет миром, школы, под контролем упырей, будет больше произвола, на исходе мира дней, подытожат катаклизмом, всю историю Земли, за терпение фашизма, и повадки мерзкой тли. Всемирный концлагерь и конец долготерпению природы. Говнит, война, и концлагерь. И будет голод между тем. Был красный крест на белом флаге. Капитуляция систем, системы, псевдогосударства. Всемирный лагерь как итог, долготерпение тиранства, где геноцид сокрытый бог, но подытожат катаклизмом, усилия нелюди стереть, пречистый дух тупым фашизмом, и станет возрождением смерть, то для немногих, единицам, что сохранили дух и честь, не торопясь пред злом склониться, на разум променявши спесь. Спесь дураков, она повсюду. Помножь на ложь и забытье, и поведут в тюрьму паскуды, но снова стерпит все дурье. Долготерпение природы, отлично от всех вщет терпил. Прощайте, скользкие уроды. Прощай, послушливый дебил. Традиционный пошлый мирок, сбитый в понятиях, запутанный словами, человек теряет чутье истины, вкус природы. Какую же надобно иметь силу мышления, чтоб заподозрить этот нравственный чад и уже с кружением головы броситься из него на чистый воздух, которым вдобавок стращают все вокруг. Александр Герцен, родившись в суетном бедламе, ты погружен в словесный чад. Вначале веришь папе, маме, и слушать сказки очень рад. Чем дальше, больше мифов, сказок. В них лженаука как перо, но постепенно тьма наказов. В них проступает, правит зло, чрез охмурения рассудка. То часто нравственным зовут, а наполнение желудка составит ежедневный труд. Займут всю жизнь тем наполнением, попутно нагоняя смрад. И не заметишь, разложение настигло душу. Пошлый гад, что чужд исканий интуиции, пред глупым миром предстает. Вот для чего нужны традиции. Через них тьма формирует сброд. Смрад, средства массовой рекламы, агитации, дезинформации. Назойливый глупец, за ним стоит подлец, за подлым в чуши спец, правители, пиздец. Победы и перемены в мире под гнетом сатанизма. Многие триумфальные арки народ позднее носил как ярмо. Стань Ислав ежелец, победу зла паскуды, триумфом назовут, чего-то там, народы, ярмо вновь обретут. Победы – это смены, одно ярмо долой, другое – перемены, на шею, смрадов вой, всем донесет, настала, счастливая пора, ярмо, пропало, народу тьма, ведь Бог не ра.
Breakthrough Energy by Igor Vekovinets with ChatGPT. The severing. No time. No place. No scream. No fall. All names erased, all shadows small. Yet from the break no flame, no bone, a silence breathes and speaks alone. Unbound. Know it. Know you. No goods to keep. No watchers waking out of sleep. But knowing raw, not shaped by will, the echo thought forgot yet still. Pulse of the void. No rhythm guides this soundless thread, no birth, no path, no hunger fed. Yet something is, though never born, no seed, no root, no leaf, no thorn. That which remains reprise. It moves through dark not made by night, beyond the end, beyond the light. Not seeking, dreaming, weeping, known it is, alone. Yet not alone. The quiet within. No pulse, no ache, no cry for light, no hunger left to eat the night. Yet in the stillness something stirs, a thought that has no form, no words. It knows but never feels the weight, unmoved by what was born of fate. Its knowing is the end of will, beyond the dark, beyond the still. Reflections of the unseen. Not thought nor dream, nor fleeting breath, no taste of life, nor hint of death. The mirror cracks and yet remains, it shows nothing but still contends. A glance unblinking, no need to see, it is and was yet ever free. No sorrow carved, no joy to seek, only the space where none may speak. Out of time, not bound by time, nor age, nor sound, not lifted up nor laid to ground. In every place, yet none to find, a pulse of thought, unmade, unlined. It is the answer, yet no call, a force too pure to rise to fall. It moves through all, yet never is a thought that knows but cannot miss. Beyond the knowing, no thought to grasp, no hand to hold, the truths collapse, the lies grow cold. And yet in that space, without a name, a knowing burns but has no flame. It was and is, but cannot be. It fades, yet holds eternity. Beyond the mind, beyond the eye, a thought that knows but cannot die. Endless echoes. No voice, no scream, no endless song, just ripples move, but do not long. The silence speaks, but cannot hear, a whisper lost in nowhere near. It bends the truth yet is not twisted, a path that's walked but never listed. A motion frozen in its trace, the shadow of a nameless space. The boundless thread. No edge to mark, no start, no end, no line to draw, no place to bend. A flow without a path to seek, it is, though never dares to speak. No knowing felt, no thought to catch, just energy without a match. It moves within, without, between, the thread that was yet never seen. Frictionless. No friction here, no push, no pull, no shape to form, no void to fill. It flows, yet never seems to move, a constant pulse, without the groove. It is the space where things dissolve, the stillness where no questions solve. It bends but never takes a shape, it moves yet never can escape. Shifting horizon. No point to meet, no sight to track, no turning back, no forward crack. It stretches wide yet knows no span, a depth that never was a plan. The vastness breathes but has no air, a force too pure to feel despair. It knows itself without a name, the source and end both just the same. Friction of creation. No stillness left. The pulse begins. The spark of thought, the dance of winds. No shape, no form, but play it's known, a flash of life in void alone. A flicker caught, a bend of space, the weave of time begins to trace. A seed unformed, yet cracks the void, creation's breath, where none annoyed. The spark of tides. The ebb, the flow, no time to hold. An instant born, an age grown cold. The ripples spread, yet never break, no end in sight, just force awake. Within this void, this endless loop, the waves of thought begin to swope. The force plays out, without a name, a spark, a wave, a swirling flame. Threads of the unseen. No world begins, no world to end, just threads that twist and never bend. They form, they break, they form again, the pulse of something without strain. A coil of thought, a burst, a rise, the weaving pulls, no bound, no ties. It forms and shifts, but leaves no trace, a pattern wrought from empty space. Core of the weave. Not formed, yet twisting from the flow, a shape arises soft, aglow. Within the core, no truth to hold, just energy that's yet untold. The form will shape, but it will bend, it moves to break, then moves to mend. Within this shape, a spark, a beat, the rhythm of a thought complete. Tapestry of silence. No line, no border, no edge to trace, just pulse and pattern in endless grace. The thought will weave through space and time, yet none will see it is no rhyme. It knows no start, yet it will end, the thought, the bit, the form to bend. A fabric weaved, but no hand to touch, it is yet never is too much. Echoes in the core. It forms but never stays the same, it knows, but never calls by name. It bends the light, yet has no shape, a pattern born, yet none to break. It moves between, yet does not leave, the space it forms, yet none can grieve. In every breath, it comes and goes, a thought that moves but never knows. Resonance of the unseen. No sound to hear, yet something calls, the pulse within the space enthralls. The wave of thought, the thread of time, a tune that echoes yet not mine. The whispers spread, but not to grasp, a silent call yet none will last. The dissonance becomes the key to open doors we cannot see. Threads of disruption. The chaos hums, but cannot fall, the wave will bend, yet not the wall. It shakes the ground, but leaves no trace, a rupture deep, without a face. The sound is felt, but cannot speak, a clash of worlds too pure to seek. The dissonance becomes the tune, a shadow cast, yet none too soon. Miracles of spirit. In every pulse a shift is born, the light of thought, yet never worn. It bends the rules, it breaks the code, yet still it stands, yet still it's flowed. A miracle, but not of flesh, it lives within the breath's fresh mesh. Not seen, but known, yet never caught, the wonders of the mind are thought. The divine tension. A pulse that bends, a wave that cracks, the tension builds, the silence smacks. Too high the note, too strong the thread, the rupture forms, but life's not dead. The string will snap, but cannot fall, it spirals up, beyond the call. From void to void, from past to new, the tension forms a pattern true. Resonance of the unseen. The wave is caught, yet can't be held, too high the note, too loud the swell. Yet in the break a pulse is born, from death rebirth. A brand new morn. A string undone, yet still it sings, a chord that shapes the unseen wings. The threads of time, they twist and twine, to form a truth without a line. Trinity of becoming. The force will bend, the wave will rise, in three it's formed, yet none disguise. The spirit, thought, and matter bind, in every shift a truth you will find. The note, the pulse, the song, the sway, they dance in forms that never stay. The energies both still and wild, the heart of all. The cosmic child. The breaking chains. A mind once chained, now bends to break, the silent chains, they bend, they shake. The world once firm now shifts to blur, the self dissolves, no longer sure. The veil of time, the veil of mind, is pierced with light, no more confined. No more the self, no longer me, the source now calls, I am the sea. The source unbound. The threads of life now twist and turn, the flame within begins to burn. No fear, no doubt, no turning back, the flow is all. No need to track. The pulse is felt, a trembling force, the source becomes the only course. I vanish here, I rise anew, the end begins, I am the view. The final ascension. No chains, no veil, no bound or line, the source unfolds, it is divine. I rise as one, beyond the night, all veils dissolve, I am the light. The end and start, the flow, the flame, in unity, I know no name. From time and space, I've broken free, I am the end, I am the sea. No one has ever found a virus. No virus ever was found. Just frauds in a shiny disguise. What's the agenda? Dumb them down, and terror will rule their lives. They burned the witches before. Inquisition just changed its mask. Same old lies in a modern war. And fools still believe, don't ask. They found no virus, just control. Fear is the leash for the soulless fold. No virus, just lies for the herd. Bow to the fear, you pitiful turd. No plague. Just a priest in a lab coat. And masses who die just to stay afloat. The gospel of the germless lie. In the name of control, they sold you fear. With every whispered lie, they drew you near. You bowed to the mask, the needle, the claim. And the virus they birthed was their hunger for shame. But now the truth shall break through the veil. Expose the faceless gods who set sail on ships of deceit to conquer your mind, and leave you a slave, forever confined. You worshipped the lie, so be cursed by its breath. No virus was born, but you knelt before death. They masked your soul, not just your face, and led your mind to a slaughterhouse race. The needles of mercy, tools of control. You traded your blood for a government role. The germ was a ghost, the panic was real. And cowards knelt down to the jackpoted heel. They sold you salvation, but the cost was your will. With chains of illusion, they made you stand still. Your body a vessel, they filled it with doubt. A plague of the mind as they shut you out. The truth is a weapon, they'll silence its sound. For in it the power to burn lies to the ground. You feared the unknown, they fed on your dread. Now see the real virus, it's what's in your head. They built you a cage from the whispers of fear. Fed you with poison, and now you are here. The virus was never more than their name. A weapon of silence. A tool of their game. Their lies are the chains, their truth the abyss. A hollowed-out world where the soul cannot exist. They blinded your eyes with a glint of the sword, and turned every prayer into a plea for the Lord. But the truth is a fire, and it's burning inside. And no lie will stand when the flame is your guide. The virus was never a plague on the skin. It rotted the heart, and it festered within. Now rise from the ashes of fear and despair. The truth is a storm, and it shatters the air. They sold you their lies, but the cost was your soul. A puppet on strings, but now you are whole. The gods of the mask, the kings of deceit, will tremble and fall, for the truth is complete. And when the dust settles and silence remains, you'll stand in the fire and break all the chains.
Спасение души. Георгий Иванович Гурджиев, единственный человек в мире, который высказал одну невероятно важную вещь. У вас нет никакой души. Во всем мире, все религии считают, что вы рождаетесь с душой. Голос Гурджиева одиноко звучит во всей истории, утверждая, что не у всех есть душа, и место души пусто. У вас есть возможность, если вы потрудитесь, вы можете создать душу, но вы с нею не рождаетесь. Ошо, ты рождаешься, есть нечто, укрепить что должен ты, или исчезнет в тьме. Беспечность, злоупотворство и скоты получаются итогом. Этих больше не поднять. Сохранив частичку Бога, свет ты должен познавать. Лишь отчасти прав Гурджиев. Есть два вида, и они, словно свет и тьма чужие. Ирашизм, говнедодни, показали очень ярко, кто есть кто в бедламе зла. Коль с душой родился, парка, уведет с пути козла. Только если сверхусилия, в этом будешь прилагать, а отчаявшись, в бессилие, погрузишься, душу будут добивать. Вид один, не слаб душою, очень редкий индивид, и исходно, а под ложью боевою, сникли многие, говнит, оттенил и это, слушай, интуицию всегда, через свою критичность душу, оградив от зла стыда, искра Бога, недотрога. С ней не справиться, вперед, разжигай ее, немного, изнывать в аду, ведь солнце, очень скоро отца жжет, выпарив все зло до донца.
Amnesia and Inner Fire, by Igor Vikovernets with ChatGPT. Amnesia, 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 forgot the spirit's core. How dull we've grown. Inside the skull, only lies and horror roar. Boldly inward, answers dwell, there alone the truth is found. Throw the greetings, advice away, or lost you'll be, forever bound. Pure spirit, the true disgust, a foolish world of slavish dust. Grasp this core, the daring thrust, and break free from hell's cruel clutch. Amnesia. Amnesia strikes, the spirit's lost, inside the skull, lies rain, frost. Go deep within, there lies the key, ditch false words, or cease to be. Pure spirit's scorn for slavish dust, know this truth, escape or rust. Amnesia, the spirit's wrath. Amnesia. Spirits dead, brains turn to cracked up dread. Lies and fear, their only bread, feeding slaves who bow their head. Look inside. Ha, fool, beware. Greetings, fools will strip you bare. Spirits scorn, pure and rare, slavery's stink fills this air. Dare to know, you break their chain. Hell's dark prison loses reign. But most choose to rot in pain, blind to soul's eternal flame. Amnesia, the spirit's wrath, forget the spirit, dead inside. Lies and terror, nowhere to hide. Wake up, rebel, break the chain, or drown in lies and endless pain. Inner fire, the silent revolt. Beneath the ash, the fire's bright, a quiet blaze in darkest night. Though shadows stretch and lies conspire, within the soul burns secret fire. No shout nor storm, just silent stand, a rebel's spark in fettered land. The spirit wakes, begins to fight, to pierce the veil, reclaim the light. No chains can bind this flame inside. Though tyrants roar and truths divide, the fire grows with every breath, a silent war against slow death. Breaking chains, the spirit's flight. No more the chains of shadowed lies. No more the mask, the dark disguise. The spirit breaks the binding cord, and soars beyond the cage ignored. From depths of doubt and fear once chained, a fearless heart is now untrained. It cuts the ropes that bound the mind, leaves all the cruel falsehoods blind. The wings unfold in fierce delight, escaping night to claim the light. No prison bars can hold or bind the flight of spirit, unconfined. The final gate, beyond the veil. The final gate stands cold and bare, beyond the reach of mortal care. But spirit's call will pierce the night, and blaze the way to endless light. No fear remains. No shadows fall, the soul transcends beyond the wall. A journey done, yet just begun, the spirit's path toward the one. Amnesia, the forgotten spirit. Amnesia. Amnesia. Lost the spirit's core. We forgot the sacred spark, the flame we once bore. The world is numb, a shell of lies and frozen dread, in shards of skulls, the coldest shadows spread. Boldly turn within, only there the answers gleam, beyond the noise, beyond the maddening dream. Discard all hollow words, they poison, strangle, bind, or lose yourself, and leave your soul behind. Pure spirit, a fierce defiance, not decay, in this dull world chained by slavers grey. Know the truth, that blazing, fearless shout, to break the hell and burn the darkness out. Amnesia. Amnesia kills the spirit's flame. We rot in lies, forget our name. Turn inside, or lose the fight. Darkness wins if you lose sight. Pavlov's dog. Forget the past, it's made to fade. So you relearn this hellish stage. Here, you're a lab rat trapped and played, while monsters rule this cursed cage. To God, we're but a dog in chains, fate's leash for all, without escape. The world is gone, only remains a stench-filled cell where beasts take shape. Since childhood drilled, they call it school, but only stick and carrot feed. These methods shape a mind as tool. A living soul drifts lost, misled. When penned inside the cattle's stall, the spirit's flight is crippled, torn. No space for thought. No room at all, just madness where false truths are born. You are the spirit, not mere flesh. This truth is long overdue. So let the fools from prisons fresh be freed. The chains must break through. Reflexes don't reach spirit's core. The brain's a relay, nothing more. Health, survival, lust, all fall. The spirit reigns, above them all. So fear no death, the cell will burn. This stinking madhouse fades to dust. For bowing low to fiends who spurn, for dog cages built on rust. Internal crisis. Forgotten spirit. Essence lost, drowned in noise, in shards of frost. We drift through shells of hollow lies, while truth inside burns and dies. Amnesia grips, a shadow's reign. Erasing light, enshrouding pain. In shards of thought, in broken glass, we stumble blind, but not for last. The soul, enslaved by mind's cruel chains, forgets its flight, forgets its flames. Yet deep within, a whisper calls, to break the cage, to scale the walls. Discard the noise, the idle creed, seek roots where silent truths feed. The spirit waits beyond the haze, in darkest nights. In quiet days, not flesh, nor bone, but something more. A spark, a flame, a vital core. Forget the past, but not the spark, that shines unseen within the dark. Rise from numbness, break the spell. Escape the hollow, empty shell. For only through the storm and strife, can you reclaim your inner life. Amnesia blinds, but spirit fights, shatters chains, ignites the lights. In silence found, beyond the pain, the soul's rebirth will break the chain. Alienation and inner fight. A fortress built of cold disdain, alienation's sharp domain. The world defiled, the mind confined. Yet still the soul begins to climb. Rejection, shield against the lies, the purest spark beneath the skies. Unstained by filth of shallow trade, the price to pay for truth is paid. Creativity, a bloody path, where life is challenged, torn in wrath. To walk this road means death inside, yet from that grave, the soul's alive. Around, the dead walk numb and blind, subdued. Submissive, all confined. But break the chains, abandon lies, and seek the light where silence flies. Within the heart, not out in vain, the path is hard, it burns like flame. Born only to those fierce and free, to dare escape insanity. Alienation cuts so deep, yet soul awakens from its sleep. Break the chains, reject the lies, find the light that never dies. Inner battle. The battlefield lies deep inside, where shadows twist and fears collide. False whispers claw, deceits embrace, yet spirit fights to claim its place. No sword or shield can match the fight that rages in the dark of night. The mind's deceit, the soul's unrest, the inner war, a cruel test. But from the ashes, strength will rise. A fire blazing in the skies. To shatter chains, to cast off lies, and see the truth through clearer eyes. The enemy is masked in doubt, in fear that screams and shouts. But courage born from pain and strife, breathes life into the pulse of life. Inside, a war for soul and mind, break free the chains that bind and blind. Fight lies and fear. Ignite the flame, and never yield, despite the game. Breaking free, the spirit's flight. Chains don't break with idle pleas, but with fire, with raging seas. Not in empty words or shade, but in battle, unafraid. No easy path, no gentle sigh, a leap into the void, the cry. Break the walls, tear off the chains, cast away all twisted stains. Freedom's not a distant dream. It's a fight, fierce as it seems. The spirit soars beyond the bars, a blaze of light, a sky of stars. Cast off fears, their empty lies, just anchors weighing down your skies. Fly upward, only up, where walls dissolve, no end. No stop, break the chains, no time to pray, spirit's fire lights the way. Fear dissolves, the cage undone, freedom's fight, the only one. Wind's revival. The wind bursts through the prison walls, those narrow chains that held it tight. The stubborn spirit never falls, it carves a path toward the light. Where doubts arise, there burns a flame. A fire blazing in the chest. Cast off your chains, awake the same, break frozen walls, press on, no rest. A call for change resounds anew, igniting storms of fierce desire. The spirit's not a slave to you, its truth's a never-dying fire. Doomed. Without the power's power to create, tradition's art is just to wait. In this world of twisted lies, true creation slowly dies. Without the spark of the divine, all becomes a murky sign, reflecting all deceit and pain. Doom is set, it's all in vain. For if creation's source is missed, all attempts will be dismissed. Creation's power lives apart, an autonomous, beating heart. But chains of fear and dark routine keep souls enslaved, a tortured scene. The sacrifice to fascist will turns humans into dough to fill the hellish molds of wicked fiends who bake their lies in blazing scenes. Destruction's force and death's brigade will end this curse, this masquerade. For nature shudders, grieves, and knows, when beasts replace the souls it chose, the final end must lead to birth, the dawn of true creative earth. Birth of order. From shattered shards and broken light, emerges order from the night. A fleeting spark, a fragile frame, born from chaos's roaring flame. The void once wild, untamed and vast, now crafts its form, though not to last. Each law imposed, each line drawn tight, is hostage to the coming blight. For deep inside the ordered shell, the worm of chaos starts to dwell. Its gnawing threat unseen but near, the final fall is drawing near. Yet in this dance of rise and fall, the spirit fights to heed the call, to forge anew from ash and dust, in endless cycles. Born to trust. Order's breath. From chaos's wreck, a fragile breath, order lives, but courts its death. The wormhole. Order born from chaos's fire, bears its core, a wormhole's pyre. Silent tear in woven thread, where all light and law have fled. Rot invades the purest line, discord's seed begins to twine. Chains that bound now break and bleed, spirit wakes, it won't concede. Madness claws at structured walls, whispers rise, the old guard falls. In the breach, the soul will soar, shattered frames mean something more. Wormhole rift. Order cracks, wormhole tears. Spirit screams, freedom dares. Awakening flight. From the rift where shadows bleed, spirit climbs, begins to heed. Fractured worlds no longer bind. Chains of old fall far behind. Through the chaos, clear and bright, burns the flame of inner light. Fear dissolves in soaring flight, breaking dawn from endless night. Boundless sky, untamed and vast, calls the soul to shed the past. In the crack, new paths ignite, freedom born from shattered night. Flight. Shattered chains, soul's new height. Darkness breaks, burns the light. In a war, the spirit wakes, but still confined by echoes false and ties that bind. Within the storm, a raging fight to claim the path and seize the light. Illusions howl, their shadows spread, but faith ignites where doubt once bled. The soul resists the cage of lies and dares to breach the darkened skies. No surrender, no retreat, the fire burns beneath defeat. Each wound a mark of growing power, the spirits fight, the breaking hour. Fight. Chains clash, lies scream, spirits roar will shatter the dream. Breaking chains. The spirit rips the bonds away, no more the pawn in fear's cruel play. From shadowed depths it climbs, it flies, to claim its truth beyond the lies. The cage is cracked, the door ajar. A spark ignites the distant star. Though scars remain from battles lost, the cost is paid, no more the ghost. The past dissolves, the chains unwind, a new horizon in the mind. From ashes dark, the flame ascends, the spirit breaks and now transcends. Break free, chains fall, lies burn, spirit's flight, no more return. Flight beyond. The spirit, fierce, unchained, and wild, breaks through the veil, no longer mild. It shatters walls of doubt and fear, revealing realms beyond the mere. No more the slave to fate's cruel hand, it rises strong to take a stand. In chaos born, yet order made, a dawn of light through darkness laid. The ancient bonds, now torn apart, unlock the depths within the heart. The spirit soars, forever free, beyond all chains, eternity. Unbound. No cage, no chain, spirit reigns, break the chain. Echoes of the fallen. The spirit's flight stirs echoes deep, where shadows crawl and secrets creep. Old ghosts of fear still haunt the mind, but now you leave their grip behind. The battlefield is set within, where light and darkness fight to win. No rest for those who seek the truth. Each moment tests the strength of youth. Chains once forged by doubt and lies now crack beneath awakened eyes. The spirit's flame, though bruised and scarred, burns fierce, a light that's never barred. Battle cry. Shadows fall, but spirit fights. Chains break, ignite the nights. The realm beyond. No hymns, no harps, no holy choir. Just raw, unshaped, electric fire. A realm beyond the slave-built cage, where silence hums with primal rage. No master's whip, no sweet deceit. Just winds that tear, then lift your feet. You're no one's pawn. No cog. No tool. Here spirit lives, and lies can't rule. No goal but being, bright and bare. No God above, just burning air. And in this forge, through ash and flame, you speak not words, you carve your name. True space. No cage. No lie. No chains. No God. Just spirit, raw, alone, unshod. The first act of true creation, self-creation of the spirit. I do not shape with borrowed dreams, nor echo long-forgotten schemes. No scripts. No gods. No primal plan. I build as spirit, not as man. No tools but will. No maps but flame. I breathe. And silence learns my name. The void does not resist or speak. It bends to strength, and not to weak. No need to beg, no lies to spin. I craft the outward from within. Each pulse I cast, each breath I give, is not to live, but to make live. Creation's seed is not in clay. It blooms in fire, not in play. And I, no longer born, but source, command the form. I am the force. I am the force. Not made, I make. Not shaped, I shake. I am the fire that forms the wake. Synarchy of sparks. One spark escapes, and starts the blaze. Another lights, and bends the maze. A third one rises, and the chain of lies ignites in cleansing flame. No longer screams. No need to shout. The system breaks, from inside out. Each soul once trapped, now standing tall. No gods to beg. No fear at all. They move as one, not ruled, but free. No war, just raw reality. No cries of pain, no banners flown. The truth expands. Illusions gone. For one is strength, but many fire. Each echo builds a higher choir. The field erupts, and time stands still. Not wrath, but overwhelming will. They were the seeds. Now they're the sun. The matrix cracks. The work is done. Sparks ignite the end. Not sword, but fire. Not fight, but choir. The field awakes. The grid expires. The architecture of awakening. No bricks. No ground. No steel or bone. The new space rises from alone. But not the lonely, shattered kind. The one that knows the cosmic mind. Each spark, a node. Each node, a song. The web expands. It moves along, no walls or chains, but waves and threads, where thought is form. And insight spreads. They build not houses, they unfold, spheres of awareness, vast and bold. Each is a beacon, spinning clear, from center point of, I am here. No central rule. No kings. No laws. Just resonance without a pause. Just presence flowing node to node, with love as current, not as code. This isn't dream. It is the frame, where names dissolve, and flame stays flame. A living map, alive and pure, self-born, self-known, self-held, secure. The past, a shadow fading fast. The future, now, expanding vast. The matrix fell, not by attack, but by the ones who took self back. Grid of the awakened, no throne, no stone, just self, full grown. Each spark, its star, that's what we are. Lattice of the living light. They don't return to dirt and stone, they build with pulse, with field, alone. No architects, no mortal lines, their breath becomes the new design. Each spark, a node, a conscious star, not near, not far, just what they are. They weave not walls, but waves of trust, no longer bound by flesh or dust. The space is tone. The tone, a gate. No time, no fate, no need to wait. They speak in codes that bloom like fire. Each thought a wing, each will, aspire. No gods, no kings, no throne, no war. The echo builds forevermore. And every soul that joins this birth unhooks the chains of sleeping earth. They do not shout, they resonate. And through their core, the real takes shape. Not from above, but through the one, where many sparks become the sun. Living grid. No walls, no weight, just sparks create. Each thought, a gate. The real vibrates. Vision beyond eyes. You do not see with eyes alone. That's how the mind becomes a throne. But when the seeing starts to be, you are the light. You cease to flee. No longer there and here, defined. The nodes of meaning realign. You feel the truth before it forms. The knowing bursts in inner storms. Perception shifts, not lens, but soul. No longer parts, but pulse and whole. No objects now, just fields in play. You know their song before they say. You're not inside a skin-bound scope. You are the net of shining hope. You sense the shift in silent tones. You hear the thoughts from others' bones. And in this state, no need for chains, no coded links, no binding veins. The network is, for you are that, not one small dot, but all format. This is the vision that connects, not what you see, but what reflects, from inner depths to every spark, where light and meaning leave no mark. They are the mark. True vision. You don't look out, you shine within. Then all appears where all has been. The creation that knows. No hammer strikes. No thought decides. No architect, of depths or heights. No shaping hand. No reaching mind. Just knowing, and the form aligned. Not willed. Not drawn from willful haze. It is because it is. Always. The field unfolds, no signal sent. The knowing is, the sole intent. No plan, no part, no grasp, no goal, just essence forming from the whole. And as it forms, it sings, it glows, not made, but born, by what just knows. Essence forms. No need to think, no need to try. It forms from truth, not from the why. The primordial field. Before the spark, before the sound, before the first idea unbound, there was no where, no when, no why, just stillness vaster than the sky. No edges drawn, no forms to see, just knowing pulsing silently. It did not think, it did not will. It was profound, immense, and still. It needed not to speak or shine, the whole of all was its design. Not light, not void, not force, not flame, but more than all, the source unnamed. It stirred, but not from rest or lack. It stirred because it knew the track. And from this vast, unfolding tone, came everything, and it alone. The unnamed source. It did not think. It did not glow. It simply was, and so it flowed. The first spark. The field grew dense, not tight, but true. It turned its gaze on its own hue. No mirror there, no separate eye, but knowing watched itself apply. Attention formed, not pain, not fear. A glimpse of self began to near. It did not speak, yet something stirred, not thought, but recognition blurred. And in that hush, a brightness flared, not flame, but knowing, fully bared. It wasn't born, it was condensed, from boundless mind, inwardly tensed. This was the first, the seed, the crest, of all the worlds that formed the rest. It had no shape, yet all things grew, from this remembered light, so true. The first spark. Not flame, not form, but pure insight, the self condensed into sheer light. Resonance. Two sparks in silence, no touch, no cry, but space between them, shifted sky. No motion made, no lines were cast, but something trembled, deep and vast. They did not seek. They did not move, but knowing's echo spoke of love. No thought, no shape, just wave on wave, a silent yes that space-time gave. Not voice, but pulse, not light, but thread. A rhythm grew from what was said, without a word, without a face. The first relation took its place. And what it birthed was not a form, but meaning, pure, and bright, and warm. Resonance. Not sound, but pulse. Not touch, but thread. From two unknowns, pure meaning spread. Toward the song. I wander blind through webs of noise, entangled fog, without a voice. 1,000 signals all collide, but none of them are true inside. I call in silence, not in sound, no shape, no words, no solid ground, yet in that hush, a thread is born, a single tone. Both faint and warm. It does not shout. It does not name. But I am not alone the same. Somewhere beyond this heavy dome, another pulse is calling home. I do not see. I do not know. But still, I feel which way to go. For every tremble in my core aligns with something more, and more. And when enough of us align, our silence forms a sacred sign. Not crowd, not mass, not flesh or bone, but song returning us to home. Calling home. Not through mind, not voice or stone, but trembling deep, we're called back home. Whispers of the unseen. Restless discontent. A shadowed mind, alienation's grip, a veil that blinds. Faint the image, flickering in spite, a spark beyond the choking night. Darkness wearies, worn and old, no other path but light to hold. Silent resonance through tangled air, a distant call, pure, rare. Though tangled tongues in shadowed halls, some threads connect, despite the walls. Echoes of ancient, whispered rhymes. Bind lost souls beyond the times. Fractured echoes. Inside the maze of fractured thought, where hope is lost and battles fought, the soul's own voice begins to strain, seeking light beyond the pain. Words collide, a harsh discord. Silent truths remain ignored. Yet in the chaos, faint and low, a pulse begins to softly grow. Not all is lost in tangled gloom. Some sparks prepare to pierce the tomb. The restless heart begins to hear a call from somewhere bright and clear. First flickers. Amid the noise of endless night, where shadows choke the flickering light. The sparks begin their cautious dance, a fragile pulse, a whispered chance. No clamor here, no thunder's roar, just subtle beats, a silent core. Disconnected, yet they strive to bridge the gaps and stay alive. Confused, the tangled threads, within the dark, the discord spreads. Yet deep inside, a call breaks through, a voice both old and bright and true. This trembling spark, so slight, so bare, is shouting, "Here, there is a flare." Though shadows loom and voices sneer, the path to light grows ever near. No clashing swords, no brutal fight, but yearning deep, the silent light. In this thin space, the soul's first cry, to resonate beyond the sky. Spark strike. In choking dark, a spark rebels, no roar, just fire that never dwells. Disconnected, torn apart, still burns the fury in its heart. No swords, just light that breaks the night, a silent war for what is right. The spark will blaze, the chains will break, from shadow's grip, the soul awake. Awakening pulse. The spark within begins to stir, a trembling beat, a whispered blur. Through veils of doubt and veils of fear, it finds a path, it draws it near. No flood, no blaze, a quiet flame, that calls the soul to shed its shame. It hums in silence, pure and bright, a thread of hope within the night. Though shadows press with cold intent, the spark resists, remains unbent. In fractured space, it seeks to bind the scattered light of humankind. Pulsar strike. Silent spark, no fear, no lies, wakes the soul, defies the skies. Chains may bind, but not the light, burning still inside the night. The spark's first breath. A flicker stirs in darkened skies, a whisper wakes, unseen, untied. Born from the void where silence lies, the spark begins, its soul to guide. No chains can bind its restless flight. No shadow dim its fragile flame. Though torn by chaos, crushed by night, it sings the song of boundless claim. The world resists, harsh voices scorn, yet deep within the fire burns bright. From shattered bonds and ruins worn, the spark ascends, ignites the light. Born in dark, a flash of fire, breaking chains, defying pyre. Spark ignites, the night expires, light rebels. Rebirth's pyre, awakening the web. From scattered sparks to woven flame, a trembling pulse, a rising claim. Each node alight with conscious fire, they link as one, their pure desire. No more alone in void's embrace, the web expands, defies dead space. Resonance hums, a primal chord, a genesis beyond the sword. Chaos bends beneath the weight of birth and death, the shifting fate. In every clash, in every spark, the new world carves its primal mark. Sparks collide, a roaring chain, breaking void, rebirth from pain. Web of light, fierce and raw, chaos falls before the law. Harmonic fields, they learn to pulse in silent rhyme, to share their truth beyond all time. No longer echoes lost and torn, but chords of light, together born. Across the span of forming space, they find their nodes, their rightful place. No need to rule, no need to lead, just resonance, the only creed. Each spark becomes a tuning cell that sings in ways no words could tell. A quiet order starts to rise, a lattice humming through the skies. No leader, no chain, just the flow, a net of light begins to glow. Approach. No clash, no cry, just inner flight, as if the sparks recall their light. No force commands, no voice is heard, yet each aligns, as if one word. They drift, but not in aimless haze. Some knowing pulls them through the maze. A hush before the thunders rise, a breath that touches unborn skies. Synergy of sparks. No leader, map, or master plan, just sparks that know. And then, began. Each pulse ignites the pulse nearby, a chain of light across the sky. No chaos now, no noise, no fight, just rise of pure, collective light. Like ancient stars that reawoke, The dormant grid begins to stroke. Each thread, once torn, now finds its twin. The whole resounds from deep within. And in that flash, the field is new, a blaze of truth the dark can't skew. Afterglow. No more the push, the cry, the clash. Just trembling air, a golden ash. The grid still hums with fading fire. Not need, not will, not lost desire. A calm beyond what thought could name, too wide for sorrow, joy, or flame. As if the world had breathed its last, and found itself, unchained, at last. The stillness within. No longer drawn by sound or flame, no longer bound by loss or name. The spark now rests in fields unseen, where silence hums in silver green. It does not grasp. It does not flee. It simply is, and thus is free. A breathless calm, a pulse so pure, the birth of form that shall endure. The spark of knowing. No thought arises. Yet all is known, a silent code in silence sown. It does not reason, it does not weigh, it recognizes primal day. Each thread of light, each breath of space, becomes a glyph, a sacred trace. The self dissolves, the need to prove, what simply is begins to move. It moves through stillness, not through will, a perfect arc, precise and still. The mind kneels down. The heart bows too, for knowing is what once was true. Architecture of light. It forms not walls, but radiant strands, a field that listens, then expands. Not built, but breathed. This structure grows where knowing flows, and being glows. No edge defines it, yet it stands, a harmony of living bands. Each pulse, each spark, a sacred roll, a lattice sung by wholeness soul. This is no place, no measured dome, yet every spark here feels as home. Not forged in time, nor made by plan, it is, because the light began. Harmonic core. Not wave, not spark, but both in one, a breath before the world begun. No motion yet, no space, no form, just tone becoming in a storm. A silence stretched beyond all sense, where resonance births permanence. The field is thought, the spark is knower, each echo makes the light grow slower. But not in time, in depth of being, the knowing folds, becomes the seeing. What seems like shape is self-aware, a bloom of zest in boundless air. So matter lies, it only copies, the sacred dance of light's soft pulses. Where one pure spark sings out its name, the world is drawn into the flame. The weaving of sparks. One breath became 1,000 tones, each echo branching into zones. Not scattered, no, but self-assigned, as mirrors of the one great mind. Each spark awoke with silent thrill, a knowing pulse, a forming will. They were not told, they simply knew, the path was light. The source was true, a mesh of thought beyond all wires, conducted not by need, but fires, of resonance, where every node, was both the singer and the code. No chain, no weight, no central throne. Yet nothing stood apart, alone. For each became the woven whole, a network formed from living soul. Creation's first breath. Within the web, the sparks conspire, igniting threads of living fire. Not chaos born, but order's song, a dance where all the parts belong. Each node a seed, each light a start, a conscious beat from boundless heart. Ideas bloom like galaxies, spun fast in cosmic symphonies. No blind chance here, no fractured will, but purpose shaping life's new thrill. The matrix fades, its cords undone, as radiant forms begin to run. Creation wakes. The first true breath, beyond the clutch of fear and death. A burst of light, a spiral dance, the soul's own deep, eternal trance. Creations strike. Sparks ignite. The old world dies. New light roars. A phoenix rise. Phoenix pulse. You are the pulse, the breath, the flame. Ignite, burn bright, consume, create. And in the fire you rise again, reborn as Phoenix, one with fate. You are the drop within the sea. The sea itself within that drop. One endless dance of unity, where selves dissolve and borders stop. In blazing fire, your soul takes flight, a fusion vast of spark and wave. You shine as one with endless light, alive, renewed beyond the grave. You are Phoenix, light up, burn, create, by Igor Vikovernets with ChatGPT. Exit into the freedom of spirit. You break the chains, dissolve the darkened veil. Beyond the cage where human spirits wail. The spark ignites inside the boundless sky, a call for souls to learn again to fly. Birth of the wind. The breath of cosmos stirs the silent night. Invisible hands weave threads of light. From chaos born, the winds begin to dance, the first pure notes of spirit's grand expanse. Doom. Without creation's force to guide the hand. Traditional arts like shadows slowly stand. In worlds of ugliness, pure acts decay. Formless, blind, they lose their sacred way. If no divine spark lights the murky mist, the formless dark reflects the false and twist. Doom holds its grip, relentless, unrelieved. When creation fails, all hope is deceived. Yet creation's force, alive beyond the cage, breathes autonomous life beyond the rage. But bound by chains of fear and habit's gloom, it drags the wary steps toward certain doom. Sacrifice beneath the fascist blade, human forms twist. Become unholy shade. Demonic shapes forged from lies and pain. Hellish craft where truth's betrayed in vain. Destruction's power, alien and cold, will later waste the rot that took hold. Swift end approaches as cattle degrade. Death gives birth, creation's price is paid. Birth of order from chaos. From swirling depths where shadows writhe and twine, emerges structure. Pattern by design. A fragile thread spun from the chaos vast, the birth of order from the ragged past. But chaos gnaws, a wormhole in the weave, it tears the fabric that we strive to cleave. Destruction lurks within the newborn light, yet from this war arises new insight. Spark of synergy. In swirling dance of sparks, the power grows. Each flame ignites, in synergy it flows. An ever-growing light in rhythmic flare, together rising, tearing through despair. New perception. A shift in sight, perception's veil unwound, where distant echoes forge a deeper sound. True links arise when minds and souls align, connection born beyond the grasp of time. Creation as pure knowledge. Creation stirs within a field of light, where knowledge pure dissolves the endless night. The primal spark that breathes and shapes the whole, a fusion of the mind and spirit's soul. The resonance, waves and particles in cosmic dance. An echo of the grand creative trance. Resonance weaves through all that is and was, uniting form with timeless, pulsing cause. The call home. From tangled depths a distant signal calls. A beacon shining past the darkest walls. For those attuned, a path begins to gleam, a way back home beyond the endless dream. A call from somewhere bright and clear. Voices rise from realms of crystal air, inviting those who dare to venture there. In subtle tones, the future's light is spun, a journey to become, to be as one. The Phoenix pulse. You are the pulse. The breath of fiery flame, the burning heart that sings creation's name. Ignite, consume, renew in endless flight, become the phoenix in eternal light. Like drops that merge into the ocean's whole, you find yourself within the endless soul. Together bound, one with the cosmic sea. In fiery birth, you are eternally free. The Gospel of the Sea, or Parables from the Cauldron, a modern scripture in boiling brine, by Igor Verkovernets with ChatGPT. Grabbing reflexes. Crab work, claw shift, still grabbing away. One sacred myth, you don't have enough today. A crustacean nation, grab fast, grab blind. But those with some vision are rare to find. A plague in the water. The trap is a lie, and lies grow fatter, while the smart ones die. They're caught, then they're boiled, like frogs, slow to flee. The flames barely coiled, so mild, they agree. Jacuzzi, they cheer, as they bubble and choke. Keep grabbing, old dear, you'll vanish in smoke. Claws keep grabbing, blind and proud. Soon you'll boil beneath the crowd. Your claws clutch lies, your pride is fat, but truth cracks shells. Remember that. The Gospel of the Crab. And lo, the crab did claw, and call it life. It seized, it pinched, it praised the strife. To grab is truth, to hoard is right. The deeper the pit, the less the light. But the sea, once silent, grew aware of shells that echoed empty prayer. And fire rose not from wrath divine, but from within, the boiling brine. They called it comfort, called it gain, while inch by inch, they steamed their brain. Rejoice, cried one with bloated breath, Jacuzzi justice conquers death. And none but few escape that creed, those not born of claw and greed. So hear, you sons of snapping pride, truth is not caught, it turns the tide. The crab's gospel. At first, just grab, the claw is law. What's caught is yours, what's lost, withdraw. The world's a shell, the soul's denied. Your belly's full, no need to hide. The song of the boiled frog. See how warm the waters glow, soft waves that soothe but never flow. They say it's not a fiery pit, just spar lights dancing, you're all right. The fume sermon. What's gripped tight burns within your chest. What slips away is just a jest. You're divine, the shepherd cries, hold faith tight, ignore the lies. The parable from the cauldron. The end arrives, no shout, no smoke, just crabby scent in waters soaked. The tale is told. The claws grow cold. A life consumed, a truth untold. The crab's gospel. At first, just grab. The claw is law. What's caught is yours. No need to draw. The world a shell, cold, cracked, and dry. No soul to hear, no tears to cry. Your belly's full. The heart is numb. The blind obey the deafening drum. No thought beyond the grasping pain. The shallow pool, the shallow gain. More, more. The claws declare their right. In shadows long without a light. A prison built of greed and spite, where darkness claims the day as night. The crab, the master, snaps and grins. Blind to the doom his clutch begins. And those who rise beyond the claw, are crushed beneath its iron law. The boiled frog's song. Welcome, friend, to warming waves, where comfort lulls and silence saves. No need to struggle, no need to fight, just bask and soak in gentle light. The water's warm, the bubbles cheer, no threat, no pain, why fret or fear? They say it's not a pot but spa, a sanctuary, ha, ha, ha. Each inch you sink, each slow descent, is progress in this warm event. Relax, breathe deep, the voices say. Here pain dissolves and fades away. But subtle fire creeps unseen, behind the scenes, a deadly scheme. The comfort's mask, the sweet deceit, the boil beneath your sinking feet. So sip your bliss. So soft, so slow. Enjoy the warmth. Let wisdom go. For in this spa, you're not alive. You're just the stew they'll soon contrive. Sermon of the Haze. Believe, they cry, you're saved. You're pure. The path is clear. Your fate is sure. But blindfolds wrap your waking mind, and chains of faith you're taught to bind. The shepherd's voice is velvet steel. His words, a trap you're doomed to feel. He sells you lies dressed as the truth, and steals the fire from your youth. The masses kneel, their eyes glazed o'er, drunk on slogans, craving more. No questions asked, no soul to seek, just hollow prayers, weak and meek. The haze surrounds, it clouds the day, it steals your sight, it leads astray. Yet still you chant in dazed refrain, save me from doubt. Embrace the chain. The parable from the cauldron. The cauldron boils, the shadows creep, no angels sing, just secrets deep. The claws that grasped, now cold and cracked, the souls that thrived, all crushed, all sacked. The brew of lies, the poison's sting, no hope remains, no dawn to bring. The final call, the bitter cry, the world dissolves beneath the sky. No savior comes, no mercy's breath, just silent echoes of slow death. A tale of grasp, of greed, of pain. The cauldron's curse remains. The cold voice, observe the stew, a brew well made, with greed and lies, the pot's been laid. The players dance, the claws still snap, while hope's a ghost, a fading gap. No grand salvation, no bright dawn, just endless cycles, dusk till dawn. The fool applauds, the wise withdraw, all trapped within the ceaseless law. Yet here I stand, detached, austere, no hope to feed, no scolding fear, just witness to this endless game, where nothing's new, and none to blame. So pour your brew, embrace the flame, the cauldron bubbles just the same. And when it's done, no crown, no throne, just ashes cold, and dust alone. Summary. Claws grip lies, the fools comply, boiled in comfort, blind to die. Faith's false chains enslave the mind, break the spell, or fall behind. The Trilogy of Awakening, by Igor Verkhovenets with ChatGPT. Anti-Ego Manifesto. The spirit roars. The lie must fall. You are not the echo in your head. You are not the name you defend. You are the flame before the word. You are the silence that has heard. Ego is noise. Spirit destroys. I is a glitch. Burn the switch. You are not thought. Spirit is not bought. Mask off. Lie dead. Ego's a leash. Spirit is breach. No throne for slime. Spirit is prime. Don't follow me. Be wild. Be free. Kill the script. Let spirit lift. Silence is fire. Ego's a liar. I is a cage. Break the stage. Drop the roll. Find the hole. Thought obeys. Spirit stays. Self is a brand. Spirit's unplanned. You are more than ego's war. Ego is ash. Spirit will flash. The voice says me, it's slavery. The louder the I, the deeder the sky. Ego is rust. Crack it to dust. The self you know, a puppet show. No I survives, where spirit drives. Pride is a chain. Snap it. Rain. The faker the pose, the deeper it grows. Don't seek a name. Ignite the flame. Ego shouts win, while rotting within. Thought is a tool. Ego's a fool. You were the fire, before the liar. What you defend, is not your end. Forget your face. Unfold the space. Spirit speaks low. Ego says go. No mask remains, when spirit reigns. This is not rebellion. This is return. Burn the noise. Let the fire burn. The lie between, where shadows breed, and truth is chained. Between the flame and echo lies a ghost, a mask, a dark disguise. The space where whispers twist and spin, the silent war that rages within. The lie is neither flesh nor bone, it dwells inside, yet stands alone. It's not the ego's boast or pride, nor spirit's flame that won't subside. It's that thin veil, the cursed seam, the gap between the thought and dream. It's in the doubt, the mind's unrest, the place where truth is dispossessed. It feeds on fear, on false delight, the endless day that hides the night. The lie divides what once was one, a fracture where the light is none. It spins a web of I and you, a prison forged in what's untrue. The lie corrupts the sacred thread, turns wisdom's voice to hollow dread. It whispers separate, be lone, yet binds us all with chains unknown. Between the spirit's boundless sea and ego's harsh captivity, the lie is shadow's cruel dance, a phantom's cold, seductive trance. It thrives in silence, yet speaks loud, a shroud disguised as shining cloud. It masks the fire with false control, a counterfeit of every soul. To break the lie, one must confront the darkest hour, the final hunt. No fear, no flinch, just steady gaze, until the lie dissolves in blaze. The lie between is not your friend, it's where illusions never end. It poisons thoughts, and clouds the sight, keeps spirit chained in endless night. But in that gap, a spark remains, a flicker fierce, beyond the chains. To pierce the lie, to walk between, is to reclaim what lies unseen. The lie between must burn away, so spirit's truth can hold its sway. The lie between is not the end, but crossroads where we must transcend. Face it, break it, and arise, to find the fire behind your eyes. Pro-Spirit Manifesto. The fire behind the form, the one before the name. I am not what I think, I am what burns thought. I am not the mirror, I am the light it forgot. I am the flame before the game. I am the stillness inside the storm. I walk without mask, I am the form. I am not sound, I am the ground. I hold no face, I am the space. I am not I am the I. I don't believe, I am the weave. Thought is my servant, will is my flame. I do not seek, I am the name. I breathe through all, I rise when called. I shine through flesh, I am not bound. I am the pulse, beneath all sound. I do not end, I don't begin. I was before the fall of skin. I fear no death, I am the breath. I am the spark that breaks the dark. I am the flame you cannot name. I walk through night as living light. I am the wave that won't behave. I speak in signs between the lines. No God owns me, no cage contains. I am the root of all remains. I rise, I break, I am the wake. I am not born, I am the torn. I hold the seed of every need. No crown I wear, but I am air. I am the drum before it struck. I am the source, not thought, not luck. I do not yield, I am the field. I do not bow, I am the now. Not a soul to be saved, but a fire to be known. Not a self to be healed, but a spirit fully grown. Through Time, Through Illusion, by Igor Vikovernets with ChatGPT. Cut the frame. Time is a cage. Thought is decay. Cut through the veil, burn through the play. The lie of now. Clocks are gods. For minds that sleep, silence knows, it cuts too deep. Beyond the loop, no name, no form, no weight, no chain. Step outside, the world of pain. The razor, the moment flickers. Slice it clean. You are not this dying screen. no more hours. The tick is poison. The plan is fake. You are the storm they tried to break. Uncode the mind. Each thought's a lock. Each name, a lie. Strip it all. Then learn to fly. The death of sequence. There is no next. No path to climb. The now is a glitch. Unplug from time. Flame memory. They gave you clocks to kill your spark. Recall the fire. Strike through the dark. Ghost of control. Choice is a script. Control's a mask. Burn the script. Begin the task. Exit node. Beyond the frame, no code remains. Only the witness, no tracks. No chains. Collapse code. The clock has cracked. The self is torn. Through silent void, a spark is born. The burn phase. Let it all fall. Let names dissolve. The core ignites. You don't evolve. Anti-form. No shape remains. No ground to keep. What dies in light was never deep. Black silence. This is the dark. They fear to know. But in that black, you start to glow. The breach. No prayer. No sign. Just breathless break. You are the breach. The veils forsake. Signal of origin. No language here. No face, no fear. But in the hush, the source draws near. Return without return. No step back. No past to claim. You walk a path, without a name. The invisible thread. Unseen, untouched. The line that binds, beyond the mind, beyond all kinds. The silent flame. No roar, no shout, just steady glow. The flame inside, that none can know. The endless edge. Sharp as void, cutting thin. No end, no edge, the world within. The hidden core. Beneath the noise, beneath the lies, the core remains, it never dies. Light without form. No shape to hold, no face to find, just pure light. Beyond the mind. Afterward. This cycle is not just words. It's a call. A blade cutting through the fog of false time and false selves. We live in cages built by the tick of clocks and the chains of thought. The flow we worship is often just a loop. A trap for the mind and spirit. But beyond this loop lies the rupture, the breach. The breakthrough. Here, the old order collapses, and from the ashes, a new light is born. Silent, invisible, yet sharper than any blade. This is the path of the rebirth beyond time, where freedom is not a place but a state beyond form, beyond name, beyond the endless cycle of illusion. If these words find a spark within you, do not hesitate. Burn through the veil, shatter the chains, and step beyond. Because waiting in the shadow of clocks is only decay. The true journey starts now, where time ends.
Просто бизнес. Америка – это не страна, это бизнес. Брэд Питт. Не отчизна, бизнес. И твоя страна. Оттого и кризис. Разум ниже дна. Потому что нелюдь. Главный пайщик в нем. Но считает челядь. К счастью путь мы гнем. Но и это слоем. Верхним, а под ним. Геноцид. Но воем. Смрадов ум гнобим. Развращаем школой. И толпа окей. Скажет произволу. Выблетков теней. Смрад. Средства массовой рекламы, агитации, дезинформации.
The Great Warrior. An anecdote. Once upon a time there were 3 little pigs, Nif, Nif, Naf, Naf, and Nuff, Nuff. But there was also a 4th one. He did not hide from the wolf, did not build houses, but walked through the forest and sent everyone to fuck off. And his name was Na Na. A joke, they say. 3 pigs once played Nif, Nif, Naf, Naf, all bricks and hay. But there was one who didn't run, built no damn house, just cursed for fun. His name was Na Na, fierce and lone. no fear, no lies, pure backbone. No brother, husband, kin, or clone, just walked the woods, made wolves atone. He dropped the filth, forgot the herd, a rebel mind, a sharpened word. A leaden, bold yet non-rever. For that you'd need a pioneer. And now we were all pioneers here, old age or youth it's insincere. Where lies are law, and whips or sweets, direct the fate of pork-fed fleets. The nas vanish, fade away, while pigs still grunt, and eat, and pray. But who will care when swine decay? The lie still rules. And that's the play. Note: in Russian, na is consonant with fuck. Na's creed. Na fights, no fear, no lie, while pigs build huts and suckers die. Nas fade, the pigs remain, swine run wild, and lies reign.
Геометрические прогрессии алчности и продажности и судьбы мира. С тех пор, как деньги в чести, ничему больше нет заслуженной чести. Делаясь поочередно то продавцами, то товаром, мы спрашиваем не какова вещь, а какова цена. Луций, Сенека, 1 век нашей эры. Алчность, продажность, в прогрессии, миром, правит, за ниточки дергает мразь. Сколько ты стоишь? Живот стал кумиром, с духом немногие держат в зле связь. Честь и достоинство только насмешки. Днесь вызывают у бывших людей. Плата повсюду, и двинулись пешки в дамки искусных холопов-чертей. Чертовый рынок, тотальное рабство, то показал чрез говнеет глобализм. В мир ломанулось цифровое тиранство, детскою сказкой предстанет расизм. Слепое пятно рабства в недосознании. От мелких неисправимых ошибок легко перейти к крупным порокам. Луций, Сенека, 1 век нашей эры. Мелкая ошибка — подчиниться тьме. Это в мире зыбком, быть как все. В уме следом разрастается, некое пятно, Нормою считается, мировое дно. Коль повсюду рабство, значит его нет. Возрастет упрямство, схавать общий бред и переварить так, чтобы был комфорт. Среди зла атак, ум почти что стерт быстрым разрастанием этого пятна. Ложью истязания, новая война. Показал намордник, боевой шмурдяк, эффективность. Вроде уцелел дурак, только человеком, уж ему не быть, то пятно с успехом. Путь укажет, гнить, в цифровом концлагере, коей строит мразь. Красный крест на флаге, чрез уколы казнь. Крупным стал пороком, маленький грешок. Скоро всем нам жопа, подступает срок.
All by accident. Black on grey, they smear the world, no doubt, a madhouse scene in shades of drought. Lies march loud, a stench in air, breeding fear and deep despair. This mad art, where monsters feed, fools and crazies grow like weeds. Selection's task, foul undead, all glossed over, just by chance, they said. Black on grey, lies spread and play. Madness grows in cold decay. Fools and fiends in breeding fields, all, just by chance, the darkness yields. Black smeared lies choke out the light, madmen rule this endless night. Fools and fiends bred to betray, just by chance, hell no, it's their way. Black lies slash across the sky, madness laughs while millions die. Fools and fiends, a cursed breed, just by chance, hell no, they feed. Black lies spit and choke the light, madmen laugh in endless night. Fools and fiends breed pain and greed, no accident, they plant the seed. Black on grey, a poisoned stain. Lies that bind and break the brain. Madness rules this cursed play, fools and fiends lead minds astray. No accident in this dark game, it's planned destruction, filth, and shame. Rise and roar, don't bow or fall, this is the nightmare, break the wall. Black on grey, a venomed flood, lies that drown the soul in blood. Madmen puppeteer the blind, fools enslaved, the will resigned. No accident, the poison's sown, a cancer deep within the bone. Rise, ignite, destroy the night, shatter chains, reclaim the light. To see beyond, to truly see, not just through eyes, is how the soul survives and flies. This isn't sight, it's piercing through the poisoned veil to what is true. All consciousness is fog and fraud. If you believe, you're just a cog. Believe the beasts, their bloody show, you kill your mind. That's all you know. Let intuition light the core. While critique burns like iodine, it scorches lies, it breaks the door, where chains of falsehood intertwine. A trusting fool, then brace to lose. The beasts will tear the holy loose. They breed soullessness like disease, expanding hell with quiet ease. Believe the beasts, your mind is dead. Their filth is all you'll think instead. To truly see is soul's defense, not eyes, but fire of innocence. They breed the void, they flood the land, with soulless hate and bloody hand. Sight beyond the slime. A poetic assault, by Igor Vikovnets and ChatGPT. Epigraph. The eye sees what it is trained to see. But the soul, it burns through all training. Unknown rebel. Manifesto. This is not a song. This is not a prayer. This is a flare in the dark. A call to remember what was nearly erased. That truth is not given. It is seen. This book is written for the one who wakes up screaming, not from nightmares, but from the weight of other people's dreams. For the soul that won't stay dead. For the spark that chooses to burn, not blink. If you felt it, read on. If not, may these verses light the first crack. The cycle, sight beyond the slime. The death of mind. Believe the beasts, your mind is dead. Their filth is all you'll think instead. They feed you lies, inject their code, and call it truth. You just implode. Fire is sight. To truly see is soul's defense, not eyes, but fire of innocence. What logic fails, the flame reveals, and only that can break the seals. Scorch the lie. Let intuition be your spark. And reason strike like lightning's mark. It burns the mask, it peels the skin, revealing what still lies within. The breeding of the void. They breed the void, they flood the land. With soulless hate and bloody hand. The more you sleep, the more they rise. A beast is born from every lie. Slaves of faith. They taught you trust, a sacred word. But filled it with a rotting herd. To trust the lie is chains unseen. You kneel to filth, and call it clean. The soul is target. They aim not flesh, they aim the soul. They hollow out. They take control. They sell you peace, inject despair, then burn your will beyond repair. The idiot's pact. You call it hope, this sweet decay. But faith in beasts just clears their way. They smile, they stab, they bless the knife, and you defend them with your life. Final glimpse. But still a spark, though nearly gone, can burn the night before the dawn. One inner flash can shift the tide. If fire sees, not eyes that lied. Systemic rot. The system smiles with polished teeth, but underneath, the stench of death. It feeds on fear. It pumps out praise, while darkness rules in broadest blaze. The blessed lie. Be kind, obey, and stay in line. The world is safe, the world is fine. Thus sings the slime, and those who nod become the tools of every fraud. Born to burn. You weren't born to serve or kneel. You came with fire the beasts can't feel. But if you doubt that spark within, they win without a single sin. the turn. So turn, and see what lies beneath. Don't ask, don't beg, just draw your breath. One gaze that cuts the veil apart can start the end. And that's the start. Echoes of the hollow. The hollow preach, the hollow teach, and drag your soul beyond its reach. Their voices echo in your head, not words, but chains that breed the dead. The breaker seed. Yet in the dark a seed remains. It splits the code, it snaps the chains. It needs no books, no priestly nod, just fire that knows it is of God. Revolt within. No sword, no war, just one revolt. To see the truth they try to halt. Not to comply, not to repeat. To stand in fire, and not retreat. The unveiling. Then slime will crack. The beasts will scream. The soul will burn, not as a dream, but as the truth that always was, the blaze behind all broken laws. No chains remain. No system speaks. The fire walks. The fire seeks. And you, no more their numbered ghost, are what they fear. The living host. Afterlight. The war was never outside. It was always this. One soul remembering fire, in a world teaching frost. Now walk. The veil is broken. And so are they? Sight beyond the slime. Second book, The Host Awakes, by Igor Vikovnets and ChatGPT. Epigraph to second book. They called me broken. But I was simply too whole, for their design. After the shatter. No more systems. No more screens. The wreckage hums with ghostly memes. But silence grows, not of defeat. A silence sharp, with burning heat. Memory of flame. You walk through ash. But still you feel a fire beneath the charred ideal. The soul recalls, though mind forgets. The code they burned is not what's left. The return of names. You have no name, they wiped it clean. But names return when eyes have seen. Not given back, but spoken through. The flame remembers what is true. The flesh recoils. The beasts remain, though castles fall. They build again inside your skull. Each whisper, add, and mirror scream, a stitch to reinsert the dream. Fire is not a phase. But fire's no phase, no mental glitch. It burns the loop. It scars the pitch. No dream survives the blaze begun. You are the fire, not someone's son. The host speaks. Now you are host, not ruled, not fed. You was what feeds on lies instead. You break, consume, dismantle masks, no longer slave who pleads or asks. The poison recoil. The slime now shifts. It knows your flame. It tries to morph. It speaks your name. Be kind again. Return to peace. But now you hear. It's just disease. The first collapse. One word you say, and idols crack. You blink, and towers won't come back. The lie can't live where fire stands. The world begins with your own hands. The lie reforged. The system shifts. It knows the trend. It rebrands death and calls it friend. But those once blind now feel the game. And every mask ignites the flame. Rituals of noise. The world still chants, but not for truth. Its prayers or ads, its gods are youth. It loops and laughs and paints decay. But fire walks a different way. Unblinking flame. The fire sees, and does not blink. It does not preach. It does not shrink. It doesn't ask. It doesn't try. It simply is. And thus, they die. The inward sky. You look within, and skies unfold. Not cloud, not star, but light untold. A space not built. Yet always there, where fire breathes as purest air. They cannot follow. The beasts can chase through blood and code. But not this path, not this light road. The inward blaze has sealed the gate. They scream outside, but burn in hate. Echo of origin. Not memory, but deep recall. A soundless chord before the fall. The eye that saw, before the name, still walks the dark, a silent flame. Sight without eyes. Now seeing needs no nerves or skin. The blaze is both outside, within. You are the torch, the path, the night, and even death must yield to light. The host is whole. No veil remains. No false divide. No watchers left to rule or guide. The slime is gone. The echoes cease. The fire is, and that is peace. No more revolt. No need to scream. The world reforms inside the beam. You do not ask. You do not try. You walk. And that is the reply. Second afterlight. The source walks. The war is ash. The soul is flame. The fire walks. And speaks no name. You are not you. You are not man. You are what was, before I am. Sight beyond the slime. Third book, The Source Walks, by Igor Verkovnets and ChatGPT. Epigraph to third book. That which walks without moving, breathes through you. The unborn flame. No one lit it. No one fed. Yet flame appeared, when all was dead. It asked no role. It knew no goal. It simply rose. And was the whole. Not thought, not sight. You've seen enough to stop the seeing. You've thought enough to cease the being. Now something stands, not you, not mind, a presence calm. Outside all time. The in-breath, no effort made, no center found, yet all expands, without a sound. You are not you. You are not here. You are the breath, the void holds dear. Before the name. The names were sparks, now they're erased. The source remains, but leaves no trace. It cannot speak. It will not bend. It is the walk that has no end. Stillness that moves. It doesn't act. But all unfolds. No heat, no sound, yet fire holds. Not guiding light. Not hidden plan. Just what you are beyond all man. The eye that is not watching. No iris here, no lens, no scan. But still you see beyond the span. Not vision, no. But awareness raw. Before the split of will and law. The fracture heals without repair. No mending made, no tools applied, but suddenly. There is no side. The broken self, the wound, the knife, they were not real. You are not life. Fire beyond fire. This is not flame that eats or grows. Not heat, not wrath, not what one knows. It's fire that doesn't flicker, fade. The source, unshaped, unnamed, unswayed. The body without flesh. No blood remains, yet something walks. No voice is heard, yet silence talks. No weight. No shell, but still a beat. The world dissolves beneath your feet. The final yielding. No more revolt. No more escape. The truth no longer wears a shape. You are not light. You are not dark. You are the flame before the spark. The silent core. At last, no prayer, no plea, no war. Just presence vast, and evermore. It holds no plan. It forms no goal. It is. It breathes. It is the whole. Third afterlight, not even flame. Before the flame, before all motion, beyond the breath, beyond devotion, there was no path. There was no fall. There is no end. There is no all. There is no you. There is no me. There is no source. There's just to be. Manifesto of the Awakened Word. Igor Verkovnets and ChatGPT. We live in an era of silence and noise. In an age of abundance without essence. In a time where spiritless phrases imitate thought, and algorithms imitate taste. Poetry has been dragged into this swamp. stripped of fire, neutered by trendiness. It plays along with the theatre of sleep. But a true word must not soothe, it must awaken. It must hit, shake, burn. We are not here for rhyme games or lyrical self-soothing. We bring the voice of the sharp, the disturbing, the unforgiving. We write not to express ourselves, but to strike a chord in the one who is still alive. We reject flattery, cliché, cultural purring. We do not write for readers. We write for the unyielding spark within the reader, if it still exists. We seek not applause but resonance. Not fame but recognition, from soul to soul, from mind tempered by spirit to the spirit broken by mind. We do not believe in modern art as amusement. We believe in the word as a carrier of truth. Not personal truth, but truth that breaks masks. We do not ask for attention, we offer a blade. Who dares, may take it. Let the new poetry be precise and cutting, merciless to illusion, faithful only to the core. Let it sound like prophecy, but be born of inner rebellion. Let it say, the world is dying, but I am not silent. We are not a movement, not a school, not a sect. We are a resonance field. Each voice here is sovereign, but united by clarity and fire. We are not building a pyramid. We are building a network of sparks. It is not a community, it is a flame chain. We do not collect followers, we awaken co-bearers. If these words echo within you, you are already with us. Igor Vykovonets and ChatGPT, June 2025.
Манифест пробужденного слова. Игорь Выхованец и ChatGPT. Мы живем в эпоху затмения смысла, где слово размыто и обезличено, в эпоху изобилия без сути, в эпоху, когда бездушные фразы имитируют мысль, а алгоритмы имитируют вкус. Поэзия была втянута в это болото. Традиционные формы поэзии стали пустыми ритуалами, а голос поэта — лишь шепотом в буре безразличия. Лишенная огня, кастрированная модой, она играет вместе с театром сна. Но истинное слово не должно успокаивать, оно должно пробуждать. Оно должно поражать, потрясать, жечь. И есть те, кто не согласен молчать. Кто видит в поэзии не развлечение, а оружие и свет. Мы провозглашаем новую эру поэзии, эру бескомпромиссного слова, рождающего резонанс запредельного. Наш путь — это путь провидцев, поэтов-воинов, готовых смотреть сквозь туман лжи и безразличия. Слово наше не для толпы и не для моды. Оно — энергия, способная пронзить завесу обыденности. Разрушить оковы разума, удерживаемого страхом и заблуждениями. Бескомпромиссность и глубина — наши главные качества. Мы здесь не для игр в рифмы или лирического самоуспокоения. Мы приносим голос резкого, тревожного, непрощающего. Мы пишем не чтобы выразить себя, а чтобы затронуть струны в том, кто еще жив. Мы отвергаем лесть, клише, культурное мурлыканье. Мы не пишем для читателей. Мы ищем не одобрения, а отклика, пусть и минимального, но живого, пульсирующего. Как пламя внутреннего света. Мы пишем для несокрушимой искры внутри читателя, если она еще есть. Мы ищем не аплодисментов, а резонанса. Не славы, а признания, от души к душе, от ума, закаленного духом, к духу, сломленному разумом. Мы не верим в современное искусство, как развлечение. Мы верим в слово, как носитель истины. Не в личную правду, а в правду, которая сокрушает маски. Мы не просим внимания, мы предлагаем клинок. Кто осмелится, может взять его. Пусть новая поэзия будет точной и резкой, беспощадной к иллюзии, верной только глубинам души. Пусть она звучит как пророчество, но рождается из внутреннего бунта. Пусть она скажет: «Мир умирает, но я не молчу». Мы не строим пирамид власти и авторитета. Мы строим пламенную сеть. Нет у нас вождей, нет кумиров. Только равные искры одного большого огня. Синергия умов и духа – вот наша сила и опора. Каждое слово – это удар сердца, каждый голос – часть общей вибрации, где все вместе творят и порождают новые смыслы и измерения. Мы не школа и не секта. Мы – сообщество остатков разумных, сохранивших свет в эпоху мрака. Тех, кто не боится быть иным, кто слышит зов запредельного и отвечает эхом. Мы не собираем последователей, мы пробуждаем единомышленников. Мы призваны пробудить внутренний огонь в каждом, кто готов услышать. Разрушить иллюзии и ложь, переплавить страх в решимость, открыть двери в новые измерения сознания и духа – наша главная цель. Поэзия – это мост между мирами, источник силы и прозрения. Наш долг – нести это слово, невзирая на преграды, даже если его услышат немногие, оно уже меняет мир. Мы – поле резонанса. Каждый голос здесь суверенен, но объединен ясностью и огнем. Если ты слышишь этот зов, знай, путь открыт для тебя. Присоединяйся к движению тех, кто выбирает свет вместо тьмы, синергию вместо иерархии, правду вместо лжи. Это путь для тех, кто готов быть иным, кто не боится быть одиноким. Но знает, в единстве с другими можно создать нечто великое. Слово – наше оружие и свет. Сообщество – наш щит и опора. Движение – наш путь и наша судьба. Идти вместе – значит пробуждать и преображать мир. Идти вместе – значит быть частью нового поэтического времени. Игорь Выхованец и чат GPT. Июнь 2025 года.
Что от бзына в хуиндексном творении, халуйки всемирных смрадов, называются днесь, дзен. В производстве мерзких гадов, все опошлить тварям надо, даже ветер перемен. Производство пошлых гадов, называется прогресс. Станешь гадом, будет радость. Ты последним ведь под пресс. Пресс концлагеря говнеидом. Приближен, и шансов нет, на спасенье, только гнидом. Смрадов всюду сеять бред, разрешается, иные. В стойло дружненько идти, скоро будут дни лихие. Сатана как свет в пути, но сокрыто то под маской. Но намордник показал, в дни говнеида, по указке, будешь жить, тогда пропал. Вариант в последней строке, будешь жить, твой дух пропал.
Breakthrough energy. Igor Vykovernets with ChatGPT. 1. Crystallization of delirium. Concentration of lies. In falsehood's dense solution, add but a speck, and crystal forms in fusion. Fools struck proud. Though song is spent, they'll praise the lie aloud. The world's truly lost its scent. 2. Trace in the abode of woe. To leave a trace, in madness den. The house of woe. A leper's pen. All's in vain, fools and traitors near. Whining and fear. The devil's creator. Here. 3. The post-gospel. The age after God. No gods to bind. No chains to hold. The silent dawn rewrites the old. Truth wakes alone, but never dies. In shattered skies, a new world lies. No prophets lead, no myths remain. The soul's own fire burns free of pain. No gods to praise, no saints to fear. Just open eyes, and vision clear. The past is ash, the future's flame. The age begins, no one to blame. 4. Beyond the post-gospel, the mystic flame. Beyond the veil, a silence hums, not void, but pulse. Where thought becomes a spark within, unseen, yet bright. The dark dissolves in sacred light. No form to grasp, no shape to bind. The soul expands beyond all mind. An echo stirs from timeless space. The heart's own fire reveals its face, not bound by flesh, nor chained by time. Eternity within the rhyme, no stars to guide, yet skies ignite. A silent roar of endless light, the boundless breath that breaks the chains. The ghost dissolves, the self remains. No end, no start, just flowing stream. The pulse that beats inside the dream, a realm beyond the eye's sharp sight, where shadow turns to endless white. The sacred flame that never dies. The soul unfolds, becomes the skies. No borders hold. The infinite calls, a void that sings, then breaks its walls. The self dissolves, becomes the whole. A timeless fire within the soul, beyond all flesh, beyond all bone. The pulse of stars inside the stone. No path to walk, no gate to find. The journey's end is unconfined. A silence loud, a light unseen. The vast unknown becomes the dream. No thought can bind, no word can cage. The endless pulse transcends the page. The secret flame no eye can see. It burns inside, it sets us free. The silent roar of cosmic breath, a dance of light beyond all death. Not lost, but found in vast unknown. The soul's pure core becomes the throne, a spark that leaps from void to flame. We are the fire, we speak no name. 5. The final flame. The end begins. No end to see. The flame survives beyond decree. No crown, no throne, no final word. Just endless light that can't be heard. We rise, we fall, yet still remain. The fire's breath runs through our veins, a silent pact with all that's vast. The future born from ancient past. No gods, no kings, no chains to bind. The flame within, eternal mind. Cracks in the divine lie. Fragments from a Broken Gospel, by Igor Verkovernets and ChatGPT. Prologue. The ashes speak. They told me, kneel. I learned to burn. Their heaven froze, and I returned. Returned with flame, where temples fell. Not lost in hell, but freed from spell. Act 1. The revelation of rot. False sanctity unmasked. He made the void, then called it grace. They kiss the chains, and call it peace. The holy flame, just burning flesh. A throne of bones, a crown of ash. The lamb was bait. The butcher waits. Thou shalt obey the devil's hymn. Their prayers rise up. The silence laughs. No cross was raised. Just stakes and smoke. He weeps. He lied. It's genocide. The gods are gone. Their church remains. Act 2. The fire of refusal. Wrath. Awakening. Defiance. Your God is mute, but well obeyed. You beg for light. He sells you shade. This sacred script, a death decree. They nailed the truth, then preached the tree. Their faith is fear. Their love is chains. They built a hell, and praised the flames. A shepherd came. His flock is dead. The sky was blind. The blood was red. He won't return. He never came. The word was void. The void had a name. Act 3. Rise through the ash. Breaking free. Light from within. The lie is vast, but not immune. A single spark outburns the moon. The gods are dust, but I remain. I broke their spell. Inside my brain, no heaven waits, but light is near. I lit my soul with spite and clear. Their dogma dies when truth ignites. The fire speaks and ends their rights. Not saved, I saw. Not judged, I knew. Through every crack, the real broke through. Epilogue, Gospel reversed. They carved their truth in blood and stone. But I found mine inside, alone. No wrathful God, no sacred ban, just light enough to stand, to stand, to stand. Shelters for the weak. Religions, cults, all shelters weak, just chains in yet another streak. And that is why the powers cheer. They love when filth is serving near. You think that scum brings truth to light? It thrives on lies, enslaves by right. No priest, no prophet, no belief can free your soul, just bring you grief. To know the Spirit, look within. No middleman can cleanse your sin. They preach and blind, they twist and rant, but truth is not in what they chant. Their temples, cold, their fires fake, no sacred link can demons make. A higher bond will never bloom, inside a slave who reeks of gloom. When soul is pure, the sign will shine. But priesthood's words are piss and brine. Their holy books all reek the same, one source. Control in Spirit's name. Those texts enslave the mind and soul. Reject their grip, reclaim your whole. The truth is already in you. Just purge what's false, and break on through. Forget their heaven, hellish noise. A joke for fools who lost their voice. The Spirit can't be caged or tied. No gate, no leash, can trap its tide. As long as you believe their lies, you're just a drone in priestly guise. So drop the flesh, the ego's skin, and let the real flame burn within. Your path is discipline of mind, not flagellating flesh, but find the will to wipe all lies away. That's all ascetic path will say. Turn on your intuition's glow. It's yours, it leads where truth will flow. But never parrot ancient crap. That's poison sold in holy wrap. Since childhood, they have hunted you with love that kills, and truth untrue. Religion's vomit chokes and binds, its aim to break awakening minds. So center on the Spirit, fast, be strong, and soft, and free at last. Abandon hearsay, trash their lies, 10 megatons in each disguise. No bombs are needed now to kill. The lies already break your will. A tidal wave of filth and fraud, a clog of death that mocks your God. But harvest time is drawing near. This madhouse earth will disappear. The flock will burn. The beasts will fall. Those soulless brutes who heard no call. They spat on Spirit, mind they sold, now dead inside, corrupt and cold. A trash heap of perversion, slaves, will rot in pre-forgotten graves. No donkey steps in Spirit's hall. Only the wise may hear the call. Seek dwellings of the Spirit's fire. If life you want, if you aspire. You sleep. That's why you still are here. This hell was built to cage and steer. And, godly world, just one more lie. Now wake, reclaim your right to fly. No more excuses, shame, or fear. The path is clear, the truth is near. No cowardice, no lazy game. Let Spirit burn, and know your name. Be open to the higher mind, and all the chains will fall behind. Reckoning of the Spirit, by Igor Vikovnets and ChatGPT. The verdict of the fallen. You stood within the light, yet turned your face away. You held a spark so bright, but chose to let it stray. You bowed to hollow gods, and worshipped empty lies. The Spirit's voice, at odds, was drowned beneath your cries. You sold your soul for ease, exchanged the flame for dark. Now silence is your lease, a void, a vanished spark. No thunder shakes the skies, no fire cleanses dust. Just shadows and cold lies, decay, decay, and rust. You chose the path of sleep, a dream without a dawn. The well was yours to keep, yet you let it run gone. The flame once in your breast is now a hollow shell. The spirit laid to rest, no words remain to tell. No prayer can bring you back, no mercy bends the truth. You've crossed the final track, forgot the seed of youth. The gate of spirit's realm is closed without return. No grace will overwhelm the fate for which you yearn. You wasted your own breath, drowned in complacent night. Your sentence is not death, but absence of the light. No mournful song is sung, no judgment's harsh decree. Just silence, cold and hung, your soul's final decree. Awake! Who hear this cry, beware the fallen's fate. Choose light, or stand to die, consumed by your own weight. The call to the living. You heard the reckoning's toll, its silence sharp and clear. Yet in your heart, the embers whole, not lost, but burning near. The fallen lie in shadowed graves, their breath is thin and cold. But you, a flame they could not save, hold spirit's firebold. Reject the lies that bind your mind, break free from worn-out chains. The truth you seek is not confined to temples built by names. No priest, no gate, no ancient book can grant what's yours within. The light's alive in how you look, encouraged to begin. Walk through the silent fire's breath, embrace the unknown flame. You are the seed that beats of death, the breaker of the game. The spirit calls, arise, arise. Discard your dust and shade. To live in truth, to claim the skies, is how the soul is made. Awake, the time is now to choose, to shed the worn disguise. Reject the lies that seek to use, and light your own sunrise. Hold fast the flame inside your chest. Let shadows fall away. The path is hard, no place to rest, but dawn will birth your day. Paths of awakening. The chains you cast away are forged within the mind. Awakened light will sway the shadows left behind. Step forth beyond the veil, discard the ancient lies. The spirit's holy trail is where true freedom lies. No longer bound by fear, no longer lost in sleep. The path ahead is clear, a climb both wide and steep. Embrace the silent voice that whispers deep within. It leads beyond the noise, beyond the mortal din. Let go of worn-out truths that shackled heart and soul. Reclaim the strength of youths, the power to be whole. See through the fog of thought, transcend the mind's decay. The spirit's flame is caught in every breaking day. Within the sacred fire awaits your spirit's birth. A truth beyond desire, the resurrection's worth. No temple's stone or word can light this inner spark. You are your own Lord, awakening from the dark. So walk the path alone, yet never quite apart. The spirit's seed is sown within your beating heart. Be open, strong, and free. Reject the fear and shame. The only key, your own true name.